We are the arbiters of this society.
Repeat after me. As a good citizen, we must maintain a neutral carbon footprint. Repeat after me. We must eat the bugs. Repeat after me. We must eat the bugs. Repeat.
This is a world that we create and manage. The people, they need to be controlled. We will give them truths, but only our truths. They are not to seek information anywhere else.
It is my job to keep order. So what you saw didn't happen. Erase everything.
You a grunt? I used to be one, and I was good at it.
I know. Things were simpler then. I have some questions.
You need to understand, we're being hunted.
By who?
Bring him to me.
This breaks the world.
Your story isn't over yet. There's still a page left.
You're never gonna make it, you're not good enough. There's a million other people with the same stuff. You really think you're different? Man, you must be kidding. Think you're gonna hit it, but you just don't get it. It's impossible, it's not probable, you're irresponsible. Too many obstacles, you gotta stop it, yo. You gotta take it slow, you can't be a pro. Don't waste your time no more. Who the fuck are you to tell me what to do? I don't give a damn if you say you disapprove. I'm gonna make my move, I'm gonna make it soon. And I'll do it cause it's what I wanna fucking do. Cause all these opinions and all these positions, they come in millions, they blocking your vision. But no, you can't listen, that shit is all fiction. Cause you hold the power as long as you're driven.
There's no way that you make it.
maybe you could fake it, but you're never gonna make it. Aren't you just gonna take that? Make them take it all back. Don't tell me you believe that. Aren't you just gonna take that? Or will you fucking fight back? Or will you fucking fight back? You ain't never ever gonna break it. You can never beat them and they're better than you face it. Thinking that they're giving them, you're not, think a straight kid. No, they don't give a damn, you got what I'm saying? I'm not fucking playing, I'll give it to you straight, man. There's too many others and you're not that great, man. Stop what you're saying, stop what you're making. Everybody here knows that you just faking. Nah, I don't wanna hear it anymore, I don't wanna hear it anymore. All these fucking thoughts, they are not what I need anymore. I'm about to shut the motherfucking door on all you poor ass haters with your heads in the clouds, talking out loud so proud. You better shut your goddamn mouth before I do more speak out. It's about to head south. Never gonna make it. There's no way that you make it. And maybe you could fake it, but you're never gonna make it. Aren't you just gonna take that? Make them take it all back. Don't tell me you believe that. Aren't you just gonna take that? Or will you fucking fight back? Fucking fight back.
All right, welcome. I'm not sure what episode we're on. This is an impromptu episode tonight, gentlemen. Wanted to talk about some things, but before we get into that, I'll do my usual shameless self-promotion. If you haven't yet, if you really want to piss off YouTube, hit the subscribe button. Go over and hit the bell notification and like this video. That makes at least 63 liberals ish their pants. So if you want to do that for me, go ahead. Also, you can head over to paypal.com for now, /PayPal me /Red Pill Rhino if you want to donate to this channel to keep it going. We are trying to get StreamYard upgraded. We are well on our way to that goal. We've just got a few more bucks we got to get out of the way there. Also, if you're looking for Red Pill Rhino merch, beer koozies, hats, hoodies, t-shirts, yoga pants for the 3 ladies watching, we've got that too, so check that out. You'll find those links in the description below. Now that I have that out of the way, I wanted to bring up, and I do have a guest backstage as well, so I'll get him on here shortly. His private chat I was just reading. Anyway, I want to get into this. I have a strong suspicion that in the next coming days, a lot of your fellow YouTubers or anybody on any of the big tech social media platforms are going to go missing for a while, maybe a week, maybe 30 days, maybe permanently. And I'll get into that in a second. Right now, I'm in the background downloading something last minute. Stand by. It's a video I want to play that if you haven't seen it already, I want you to check out. But there are already channels that are being suspended. One of them, and what we'll talk about here, is on its second strike in 90 days, meaning one more and they are banned from the platform. The problem with that is it's one of YouTube's biggest content creators, and if they have the balls to remove him, they're going to take millions, and I mean that literally, millions with him. So YouTube, if this is a game of chess, it's your move. Well, on that note, what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring in our guest here. So Jackal, he does not have a photo up here. Let's see how that works. Jackal, how are you doing tonight?
I'm tired and I'm pissed.
Why are you tired and pissed?
Well, first, I decided to pick a very late time in the day to start painting.
Yeah.
So that was a mistake.
Is it a work project or a home project?
Home project. And I can tell you right now, I probably should have just left the color on the wall the way it was.
Oh, shit. That's never fun. Yeah. Well, I'm sorry to hear that. And that is why you are tired and pissed. So, what are your thoughts? And also, you do not have your usual photo up tonight. You are just a blank face on the screen.
Yeah, that's because I'm doing this on my phone right now.
Gotcha. So what are your thoughts on the whole election thing and big tech platforms doing what they do best?
Well, first of all, they shouldn't be connected at all. That is the first thing that we need to get out of the way. Secondly, the fact that you have big tech openly, and I say openly because they will literally just throw a strike at you, and then when you ask, okay, why, they will just they won't give you an answer. They're just going to say you broke community guidelines. That's it. They will not give any further explanation. They're just going to say you broke community guidelines. Even if you were to go through their guidelines, which I'm sure they probably do have somewhere, a total just breakdown of their quote-unquote guidelines. And you could probably search through it, all of it, every page, read every paragraph, every sentence, and you can say, and even take screenshots of their own guidelines and show them. You say that I had violated community guidelines. However, after review of your own guidelines, I don't see how I broke any of them. Yet they will still say you broke community guidelines, and will leave it at that. They will not give any further answer.
As a matter of fact, I just went through that. Those of you that don't know, I was gone for an extra week, which didn't involve work. Essentially, the wonderful people at YouTube decided to say that I had posted something graphic or violent in nature. Here's what that was. Some of you know, some of you don't.
Was it the butt picture that I sent to you?
No, it was not. But like I said, some of you know, some of you don't. It was a video I did 3 months ago, and it contained Eric Greitens' rhino hunting permit. It was a political ad. And I don't know if I can even describe it without getting banned tonight, because I know they're watching. I can tell they're watching, and I can tell you why here shortly. But I got banned for a week, so I went on and appealed it. And I said, hey, here's the thing. The Today Show, The View, CNN, ABC, NBC, and even Fox on your platform has that same video, and it's still currently up and playing on YouTube. So that's kind of a double standard if you're pulling my video, but it's everywhere else. Their response is in less than 24 hours, mind you. They were quick. They're like, we reviewed your appeal, and we have decided you still violated community guidelines for graphic content or violent content. Bullshit, man.
Get away. Get away. Fuck you.
You back there beating animals? What the hell's going on?
Fuck you. Get away. No. Don't you fucking dare.
And our show is off to a very interesting start. All right. And we're banned again, by the way. Let's see. There was a YouTuber. I'm going to read that one. There was a YouTuber at the show that uploaded the entire concert. No issues. I don't know what that is. So, but there is something I'll point out. So I don't know what he's talking about, but it's a concert. I assume that's copyrighted content. That's okay. You know what else is okay on YouTube right now? If you search nude yoga, you'll find women full frontal, completely nude, doing quite explicit poses. No problem. And the reason is it's educational content. You've got some perv in his 60s getting a woman undressed on camera. That's fine. But if you talk about politics, your ass is going to get handed to you. On that note, somebody mentioned in the chat, and they were correct. Yes, Steven Crowder was banned again, which I believe this time is a month long. You can still find his videos on Rumble and Mug Club if you haven't joined them. They're on the pricey side. But Crowder is my morning pop. So I watch him every morning. I watch Pop every day. He's on the evening. That's just my routine. Crowder, I really like. They've got great content over there. So check them out for sure. But the Quartering did a video on it today, and I want to bring that up. Also, keep in mind, if you're on Facebook, Fascist Book, they are changing their rules again for their news feed. I just got the article today. Do not have the link on me because I'm doing this last minute. But they are changing back to the algorithm-based system on their news feed. So just in time for the election, they also had some kind of political ad lockout that started, I believe, yesterday. And that lasts until after the midterms. So in a few more days here, next Tuesday. That's very interesting. But what I found interesting as well is a lot of people I know that are very political on that platform are suddenly being put in Facebook jail for 30 days. So they're unable to say anything during the midterms. Isn't that interesting? Jackal, what is your take on that?
Well, they must really not like Crowder for some reason.
No, not at all.
I mean, not that we totally have dirt on Susan or anything.
Yeah,
just saying.
And you know what's
just saying that.
Go ahead.
What? Oh, well, just saying it's just nonsensical that she's going to do this, and people can clearly see it out in the open. They're just essentially banning you for one reason and one reason only.
We don't like your content. It doesn't go with the agenda.
It's on the wrong side of the political agenda, yes. And just for you, Chrome Dome Omega beat the paintbrush, he says. There you go. Split South in the comment section, all about the money. I would absolutely agree because most of these platforms are bought and paid for. As a matter of fact, gentlemen, if you weren't aware, there is some information that has just been released lately suggesting the Department of, what is that? DHS. What is that? Department of, I'm thinking Human Services, but Homeland Security.
Health and Safety?
Yeah, Health and Safety. Department of Homeland Security was working hand in hand with Facebook last year to censor free speech. They have a link, as a matter of fact, a URL link in which the government can reach out to Facebook and tell Facebook which content to take down. That said, that means that Zuckerberg, when he went on with what was it? Rogan? Zuckerberg, sucking Borgs. When he went on with Rogan the other week and said he had no idea, he lied. Shocking. He knew exactly what was going on because the URL was up back then and it's still up today. You can find that information on the internet. But yeah, they were told by the government what things to take down and who to censor. So there you go. There's that. Let's get into this little video here. Let's see. It's a video file on this end. And find it here. What is that noise back there? You been eating Taco Bell today?
No. Somebody's here.
Oh, that's nice. I'm just going to move on.
You can beat their ass again.
Yes.
Beat their ass again.
We're going to show this video now. I'll stop it every few seconds so we can react, but for reasons of censorship, of course. This is by the Quartering. Some people,
Jeremy here from the Quartering.
some people like the Quartering, some people do not. That is a matter of
Yeah,
personal opinion.
Jeremy.
But regardless, this is information from his point of view. Let's see. Before we play that, we've got Chrome Dome. What do we got here? Suck it. It won't even give me a preview. Don't use FB Facebook. Yeah. No. I am still on there, but it is some bullshit. What is this? Polska Bob. Do you have the information pulled up there? Facebook.com story. I'm not sure what that link is. Oh, is that the link for the government to just say ban this? If so, guys, check out that link. Apparently it's not working for some of you guys, but yeah, if that's what Polska just posted, excellent. Thank you. Again, thank the wrenches on the show. They do a lot for us. They keep the idiots out of the live chat, and they also help me out quite a bit during the show. Jackal is in and out. I'm not sure what's going on with him. He's got a flatulent guest in his home, so that's fun. MGTOW Outlaws in the house. Yo, what is up? Good to see you. All right, let's get into this little show he did here this morning about Crowder and his banning.
Another suspiciously timed banning of Steven Crowder. For those of you that know, I have a good relationship with Steven and other members of his team. I would count on them to back me up if something happened to me on this platform, and therefore I back them up. I've actually been on his show at least once, and maybe we'll get that lined up to go on again. But the timing of the ban and the information around the ban is awfully suspicious. It's the time of year where Steven Crowder would gain probably the biggest traction.
That is absolutely correct. Let me check something real quick while we're on the stream. Crowder is currently at quite a few subscribers. I'm going to press play on this and then give you that number.
Gain the most subscribers, and with the midterm elections, and it's one of the most spurious strikes I've seen to date. So I'm going to link his Rumble account in the description.
Okay, if anybody has his Rumble account, can you link it here too, Polska? If you're still in the chat, his Rumble account as well, Steven Crowder. He has 5.8 million subscribers on YouTube as of today. 5.85 million. With a total of 1,480 videos that are still published. That is Steven Crowder's channel. So it's not like a small channel with 1,000, 2,000 subscribers. We're talking in the millions that tune in. Okay. So for YouTube to be banning him right now, keep in mind his first strike was a few weeks ago over Carrie Lake. The Quartering gets into his reason today. I can't actually remember the reason. So let's check that out and find out what it is. But Carrie Lake was the first one. And by no means was she controversial. They didn't talk about anything controversial on the show at all. Still got the ban. And that was a week.
Is it because Steven said that she was fine?
No, I don't think.
Or excuse me, fine.
Yeah, I don't think so. But that was funny. The whole her husband's on a plane.
Yeah,
now.
he does understand that she's married, right?
He doesn't care.
I know he's a comedian. He don't give a shit.
That is right.
If you hear any clanging, don't mind me. I'm in a factory right now, so I'm trying to maneuver around equipment.
Yes, and I may, if the clanging gets too loud, I may mute you temporarily, just so we can get through this. But
okay, fucked.
Guys, by the way, if you haven't subscribed to the Quartering, please do so. I know some of you guys don't like him, but he puts out good stuff, and he does like 4 news articles a day, so he's always on top of things. I would give him a subscribe, but that's up to you guys. I like his content. Sometimes it gets a little overwhelming because there are so many videos, but he does put out solid stuff. So here we go. Let's listen to the rest of this.
I'm also going to link mine, just since if you're one of the people, like I know a lot of people are going to move with him over to Rumble. All my videos are posted there too. So as long as you're watching my videos, I'm happy. And YouTube has been purging subs, so if you notice, please make sure you're still subscribed here on YouTube. If you haven't, please do now.
By the way, on that note, interesting. If you're watching tonight, make sure you're still subscribed. Our co-pilot here, who is busy this week, he's working like 16-hour days the next few days. But Crusader Nate was actually unsubscribed from the channel. He was shocked by that. I was shocked by that. And quite frankly, he didn't do it. Neither did I. So, yeah, if you are subscribed to this channel, make sure you're subscribed to this channel because YouTube is already up to their nonsense over here. Not by accident, I'm sure. I talk about stuff that, quite frankly, Susan doesn't like. So I'm not shocked.
Never give up, never surrender. Full thoughts on Instagram. We're going to check out. So he gets a strike. It says third strike.
Yes. Oh, well, no, that's incorrect. It's the second strike, but one more and he's done. So harassment, threats of cyberbullying. And of course, I've already been on the receiving end of Susan's Transformer Diakaha band. Here's the thing. They are vague in their terms of service. They don't tell you what specifically you did. And even if you know, okay, it was this part of this video, they'll just remain vague. The reason for that is that they're going to avoid lawsuits. So, for instance, the double standard there, the fact that they took my channel down for a week over a political ad that's still on CNN, they're going to do that because they want to avoid the lawsuit. They don't have to tell you what you did, okay? Because like I said, you point out the double standard, there's a lawsuit right there. Now, I'm not monetized yet. The goal is to get there. But if I was monetized, and let's say I had a bigger subscriber base than I do now, that could actually be a pretty substantial paycheck, banning videos for a week and taking down an already established video. So again, YouTube is nothing but screwed up right now, if you ask me. Anyway, let's get back into this.
So the next strike is a permanent ban. Actually, the warning, the second strike. So he's one strike away from permanent ban. Our team has reviewed your content, and unfortunately, we think it violates our harassment and cyberbullying policy. We've removed the content from YouTube. It was Elon Musk visits Twitter.
And we're muting the jackal. just so we can get through this without hearing him kill himself in the background. Allegedly. Dear God, jackal.
HQ and libs go into full meltdown. Now, they're not very specific, in what it actually was. And this is one of the most frustrating things as a creator. But for Steven Crowder, I think I understand where he's coming from. I'm going to share a statement here because it's very, very interesting. I've texted him, but I know he's live filming right now. It changed my mind, so I didn't expect.
Also, ladies and gentlemen, this is a call-in show this evening. If you'd like to join in, you are more than welcome. I'll post a link in the chat right now. So feel free to call in. I'll have Jackal unmuted here in a second as soon as it's quiet in the background there. All right, let's go. Play.
Back to
there we go.
Apply before I had to do this video because I want to let his viewers know where they can find him too. He wrote, I've been here before, but this one is very different. YouTube has issued yet another hard strike to the channel. No specifics have been provided, but they claim that our segment on Elon Musk's Twitter takeover is a violation of their deliberately opaque guidelines.
Yeah, exactly.
Why is this one more severe than others? Well, it's our second strike in 90 days. 3 strikes means permanent removal. Do you remember the reason for our last strike? It was due to none other than Carrie Lake pointing out some sort of information about elections and blah, blah, blah. I can't even.
It was vague. Jackal, did you see that episode with Carrie Lake?
Oh, yeah, I did. What is it? The live interview, right?
Yes.
Out of here. You.
Fucking bitch! Did you find anything offensive in that video when you were watching it?
No. We'll get flipped.
We need to get him
Away
on
from me.
camera. I want to know what he's doing there. I have questions. All right, I'm going to put him back on mute. Sounds like he's beating something. I don't want to know what. All right, here we go.
Say that on YouTube. And by the way, she won that anyway. Anyway, look, we're going into election season. One where if the scales of the media were balanced, conservative Republicans would win in a landslide. They can't have that. Make no mistake, there's a reason that these two strikes directly relate to, quote, a future governor who has spoken out against big tech and support of a man, Elon Musk, whose purchase and plan for big tech platform would fundamentally allow more free and fair media coverage of elections.
Now, isn't that shocking? They ban him the second time. I'm going to unmute Jackal. I may regret that immediately. Oh, he's muted himself. All right, I can't unmute him. The fact that they banned him again for supporting Elon Musk, that to me is crazy. That tells you how desperate these people are to control the narrative. What was it? Elon decided to screw with the blue check mark thing for these fancy elitist somebodies that think they are somebody because they have a Twitch stream in which they get railed on. They get banned for like a couple days and then they get railed on camera again. That's fine. But you and me talking about politics or, I don't know, modern dating, relationships, red pill content, that's not cool. Can't do that. But Twitch streamers can get a blue check mark, no problem. What Elon did is change the rules on that to where you have to pay for your blue check mark. And quite frankly, I don't see a problem with that. Because the whole point of the blue check mark is to say you are who you say you are. For example, the real Donald Trump, right? That would be a blue check mark. Or, I don't know, pick a celebrity. And they'd have a blue check mark. Well, now they're going to have to pay for it. Jackal has dipped out of the stream. If anybody else wants to join into the show, let me know. I'm going to keep it on the shorter side tonight. No 5-hour nonsense. But I do want to hear what you guys have to say. He is back again. Just when you think he's out, they pull him back in. If you know the line, the reference, type it in the chat. Anyway, where are we at in the chat, by the way? Yeah. This sounds like the start of a great comedy routine. Jackal fucking around in the background while I'm trying to do a serious stream. Yes, sir. Yeah, indeed. All right. I swear to God, he gave me here to troll. I really do. It seems like you can only get YouTube muted. God damn it. Oh, well, I hope you guys are having fun tonight. Jackal is certainly having fun. Seems like I can't even see that because the volume's in the way there. Let me read it over here. It seems like I can only watch the videos. What? It seems like I can only get the videos to watch is YouTube, which puts everyone in a YouTube jail, but I get on Twitch. That doesn't stream well. No, you have other options. So, for example, on Pop and Crowder, you can watch on Rumble. On Pop, you can watch on Odyssey, MGTOW.tv, and Twitch, obviously, is the one we have problems with. What is the other one? God, I can't think of them all. But there are several other options, and they show those during the stream where you can go. Anyway, most guys have other platforms. As a matter of fact, I have Rumble, Twitch, Odyssey, and MGTOW.tv. My videos are mirrored currently to MGTOW.tv and Rumble. So if you guys are not subscribed there, head over there because at some point a Jackal-induced ban may happen and we may not be here anymore. Jackal, what is going on over there? We need like a camera so we can see what's going on. What is going on over there, man?
No, the camera will definitely incite a ban.
Well, let's hear about it. What is the nonsense that is Jackal's life this evening? What is all the noise about?
Apparently her temper snapped. I told you Latina's got a temper.
So she is quietly beating you on a live stream right now. Is that correct?
Oh, Pretty much.
It seems that way.
Ow.
That is interesting. Next time we have
Okay,
Jack,
my fist hurt.
Barricade himself inside a secure location. This is nuts. This is
Unfortunately, she got here. Shut the fuck up! No, it's not.
All right.
You wouldn't catch me dead with a girlfriend.
All right. Well, she seems to think she is, so you might want to clear that up with her. All right, we've got Cop Cuffs in the house, and Soldier Girl will get on Rumble. All right, cool. Definitely need to see you guys subscribe to the channels over there because it's only a matter of time before we're not here anymore. That includes Crowder, Pop, the Quartering, all of us. We're all going to be banned off this platform at some point. Let's see. Chrome Dome Omega. Damn, man. You're supposed to save that stuff for OnlyFans. Well, at least the viewers are enjoying the nonsense. Jackal, we really need to get you a camera, though. Got to see what the fuck is going on.
A cheap green screen.
No,
I can get I can get them off of Amazon for I think about $40.
We need a webcam camera mounted in your room so that everybody can see the shit that goes on in your life.
I have one.
We need two, and they switch between motion senses. That would be what we need.
You mean kind of like what Blake has got going? He's got one camera on himself and another one on Pop.
Yes, but in your
I have one.
It's to move around the room watching you being beat by this crazy chick. Oh shit. So
well, she's slightly muscular and she's got some meat on her, so she can take punches.
The views of our guests are not always representative of Red Pill Rhino.
God damn. Yeah, keep in mind that the guest currently on stream is not of normal breed as the host.
No. As a matter of fact, if this video gets struck down, you saw it here live, so you know why. All right, let's move on with this video here really quick.
We just look at what he's going to do with the blue check stuff. And all these lefty blue check people having absolute meltdowns. He continues. It's also no coincidence that this is happening as we're nearing 100 million plays and downloads within 30 days. It's not about the number. It's about you choosing truth over lies. So what do? Do we roll over and die? No. Starting Monday through November 17th, back on YouTube, November 21st,
yikes,
we will be streaming exclusively on Rumble, and of course, the extended show, as always, from Mug Club, as we always do. Make no mistake.
Yes, and he is still streaming on Rumble. I caught his show this morning and yesterday, so they are definitely over there if you like Steven Crowder. If you haven't checked out Steven Crowder, he streams about 8:30 in the morning my time. It's 7:37 now my time, if that helps you out. So go check him out. Great content. Most of you probably already know he is, but if you don't, worth going over to Rumble and checking him out. And make sure you subscribe over there. The app is easy to download. They do have some work, I think, to do, in my opinion. It's not as user-friendly, but it's also new. And they don't censor you. So that's a big deal. That's a win for me. We do have Migtel Mando in the backstage right now. Let me check something here really quick. Shit. Just Jackal in the background. Okay, Migtel Mando, what is going on?
Oh, not much. Turns out I got a little bit of time that I can share with you guys. And something I stumbled on today, because I think we all could use a little bit of levity, given all the nonsense, BS, and horrific nonsense that we are seeing on a day-to-day currently.
Yeah.
Is anyone here familiar with the SCP Foundation wiki and animated shorts?
I am not.
Yes, I am.
Okay, Jackal. True or false? The SCP universe is more effed up than anything that the Susans of our current universe could actually dream up in their own twisted, demented little brain hands.
Yeah, it is fucked up, but I would almost say that some of the stuff that they came up with in there may or may not have been thought up by said crazy fucked up people. But yes, it is more fucked up because there's awaiting permanent destruction of all of Earth and its plane of existence around every corner.
Okay.
Okay.
So, MGTOW, fill us in for those of us that don't know. What exactly are you referring to?
Okay. SCP, it started out as a wiki of a bunch of freelance horror writers. It
Okay.
stands for Secure, Contain, Protect. And if you read the wiki, every article is an entry talking about some random anomaly. And this can be anything from the universe destroying things like what Jackal was mentioning,
Yeah.
to things that are completely innocuous, such as, a six-sided dice that when you roll it might come up with a 7.
Okay. Well, that's odd. But yeah.
Now, there's a YouTube channel called SCP Explained.
Okay.
I think it's done by the same people that do the infographics show.
Right.
And earlier today, they posted a parody video talking about SCPs that could potentially run for president.
Oh.
And these are some of the most horrifying, disgusting, disturbing, and in one case, completely out of left field characters that you could possibly imagine. You vote for these guys, you know what you're going to get. Unlike, say, a certain political party that its name starts with a euphemism for a part of the male anatomy, and they kind of act like it.
Yeah, So
trying to use some euphemisms so I don't get you in trouble.
Yeah, no, you're fine. You guys that come on the show are far better than me at doing that, by the way. So, basically, I guess what you're saying is they're allowed on the platform with no problem, and they have spicy content.
Well, they don't exactly get spicy. Because of the fact that everything on it is so fictionalized. If you were to take it as a legitimate threat,
right?
Yeah, I don't actually have a euphemism for what's wrong with your head if you find it as an actual threat.
Okay, so it's more of a parody type thing.
Yeah, pretty much.
But they, I would assume, have said and done things that would potentially violate YouTube's terms of service. Is that what you're trying to do?
So some of the articles on the wiki probably do. For example, there's a story that talks about this individual that allegedly is a very pregnant female that has a horrific action done to her on a regular basis to keep her from giving birth to a universe-destroying monstrosity.
Okay, I got you. All right.
Now, fortunately, they don't go into detail about it, but
yeah. But no problems with them.
Yeah, if you remember from a couple days ago, I think I mentioned that I enjoy psychological horror more than I necessarily do some of the other horror genres out there.
Yeah,
SCP falls into to the psychological horror more than anything else.
Gotcha.
Because your brain fills in blanks much more effectively than a animation will.
Yeah. That was something else that just came to mind while you're bringing that up. The PayPal fiasco, where they said it was an error, that they said you could be charged $2,500 if you offended them, essentially, is what that was. If you said something that violated their terms of service, which I don't know how a banking organization backed by the FCC can have any say in what you do or say with that money, so far as it is legal. Okay. Now, that being said, if you're running illegal substances or items through PayPal, yeah, that's a big problem. But they can usually figure that out, and those people end up in prison. As far as free speech being a violation of terms of service, I find that laughable. Now, if you're making threats of violence or something like that, yeah. But if you're simply stating your political belief and it doesn't go along with what PayPal says, you can be fined up to $2,500 and it'll be ripped out of whatever bank account you have attached. That's bullshit. So they said, that was, we put that in error. We didn't mean to put that in there. They backpedaled. Well, the terms of service has been updated. And as of today, if you read PayPal's terms of service, guess what? You can still be fined $2,500 if you say something they don't agree with. So they fucked around. They're about to find out. Ladies and gentlemen, if you haven't already, I'm not sponsored by anyone, but I would recommend leaving you PayPal and heading over to Cash App. If you use Cash App, you can keep 100% of whatever you receive versus PayPal that takes a percent of a percent of a percent before you actually get the money. So that's my recommendation. Get woke, go broke. That's my thoughts.
Kind of a similar thing on that, Rhino. I only have like 3 social medias. You're Gilded, Facebook to keep in contact with old army buddies,
right?
And I do a very tiny amount on Twitter, mainly just to troll people.
Right.
I had Discord for a very short period of time. Guess, can you take a guess why I stopped using Discord?
I'm going to say because it's littered with woke nonsense, but what was the reason?
I liked a certain drunk grunt that we all listened to, one of his videos, and they blocked me for activity off their platform.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Did they elaborate on that? Did they say it was something regarding that channel?
They said that I was supportive of sexist and harassing material. Now, I will be blunt. Some of that grunts topics get a little on the spicy side, but I can't think of
sexist though.
I was going to say, none of what he says is factually wrong.
No, nope. And even if he does miss something, I've noticed, and this is nothing against their channel, I watch them pretty much religiously, but once in a while they will get something wrong. It'll be a minor detail, like a percentage point of something, or science that is ever changing, because it's not a person. Fauci. They have been wrong, but what I've noticed is by the next stream, or maybe the stream after that, they will say, hey, by the way, we got that wrong. And that's okay.
Yeah.
I get things wrong all the time. If you're willing to admit it, there's nothing wrong there.
They take ownership, and that's one of the biggest reasons why I still listen to them, and I still actually recommend them to people. There are plenty of folks I know that are fond of a certain capsule community.
Yeah.
That I have been like, hey, look, you don't have to agree with what I'm saying. You don't have to agree with what these guys are saying, but you might want to listen to what they're saying, because some of their subject matter directly correlates to some of the stuff we're dealing with right here, right now.
And this is the portion of the episode where I go into the weeds, but yeah, please go on, because I want to mention something on that point.
And I've straight up told an actual first sergeant that I still serve with, because until April, I'm still wearing a certain suit. So I have to be very careful with what I say and why I have like 4 different screen names across what to use.
Understood.
But when things about self-deletion come up and things about other activities come up, I'm like, hey, take a look at this video. If it's useful, I'd say use it. If it's not useful,
throw it in the trash.
Tell me where it's wrong.
Yep.
I have yet to have them say where it's wrong.
Oh, that's decent. What channels, by the way, because I do like to see what you guys watch as well. I promote anybody I can. But what channels are you showing the gentleman you're talking to?
Oh, it honestly depends on the kind of situation it is. If it's a younger guy who's trying to figure out types of red flags to look for or types of things to look for that would be beneficial long term,
Right.
I show them Better Bachelor,
Mhm.
Casual Bachelor.
Good stuff.
Occasionally, I'll give them links for Taylor the Fiend, but his stuff is more reaction videos, and
Yeah.
I don't necessarily see as much value in that for getting somebody into the community.
You know, there are two I'd add to that if that's kind of the road you're using. Replicant Fish and Think Before You Sleep are actually two pretty solid channels that I would recommend to those guys as well.
Now, because I'm still stupidly optimistic that there might be a unicorn out there, I
Yeah.
also do listen to Wise Thinker. Gosh, I can't remember what the name of the other channel is, but there's one of them that I do listen to that it's more or less a improvement in what to look for as a potential good relationship
Gotcha.
channel. If I find it, if I remember what it is, I'll drop it into the chat, or I might put it in the Gilded chat so you can take a look at it.
Okay.
Sandman, I listen to him. I don't listen to every one of his videos, but
Yeah.
I listen to about 80% of his stuff.
Right.
There's a guy named Wheat Waffles that when I come
Yep.
across somebody who is struggling with online dating specifically,
Mhm.
I'll drop that guy's channel to him.
What do you think of Howard Dare?
Mixed feelings.
Really?
Yeah, some of his stuff is good.
Yeah.
When he stays on point, I like his videos.
Well,
when
you're on the
he
biggest
starts-
waffling channel right now, so there's that.
Well, no.
Welcome to the Waffle House.
What I'm getting at when I say stays on point,
Yeah.
is some of his topics. It's obvious where he's going when he starts the video and where he ends up.
Yeah.
Those are the ones I like.
Right.
From him. When he starts going off into kind of crazy town on some of his stuff, that's when I kind of tune him out.
I got you.
There was one other one that I can't remember the name.
Yeah. If it comes to you, let me know. But what I would recommend,
Will do.
especially if you guys are trying to help out your fellow brothers, come to Red Pill. I'm gonna tell you something I'm struggling with. Okay, I have fully taken the Red Pill now, and I find it hard to connect to Blue Pill guys because they still have there's hope that there's the one out there. For me, that's a myth. There is no the one. That doesn't exist.
That's wishful thinking.
Yeah, I mean, sure, there could be a person that meets your criteria, checks the boxes, doesn't have kids, hasn't been through 100 bodies, things like that, the bare minimum. But what I find the most concerning with Blue Pill men, it's much like the Matrix, very much like the Matrix. I hear a lot of I just won't feel complete unless I'm with someone and share those memories with someone. I'm like, no, man. And you can't tell them. You simply have to show them and hope to God they get it. If not today, maybe 5 years from now. But a lot of them don't understand how to be happy alone. And we were all dick thinking motherfuckers at one point. So that's nothing new. So some of us can relate to that a little bit. I know that a lot of my feelings, were led around by my dick in my early 20s, for sure. And I understand it. But being Red Pill now, I can't relate. I'm like, yes, of course, you think you need to chase tail and find the one to share your memories with. But what about being happy, not having somebody nagging, not having somebody giving you a honey-do list and telling you about all their fucking problems all day long and nagging and terrorizing you and making your hair fall out prematurely? What about being happy, doing what you want, fucking who you want,
and filling your room with toxic gas?
Yes. Yeah. What Jackal said, doing what you want, hanging out with your bros, going on fishing trips, going to the bowling alley, doing whatever the fuck you feel like
Playing
doing.
with Legos.
Oh, and most important, playing with Legos. Fuck it. Legos. Yeah, sure. But most importantly, saving your money. Have you ever noticed, and those of you that haven't ever dated, I can't really speak to you, but those that have you ever noticed it is much cheaper when you're single? Not just because it's, gifts, birthdays, Christmas, all that, but what do you want to eat? I'm not really hungry. Well, we got to eat. It's stuff like that. Like there's constant little things that add up that when you're single, you're like, I could eat fucking ramen every day and survive. I'll be fine.
You literally eat only 2 meals a day like I do.
Right. Or even one meal a day. For years, I ate one meal a day.
Hey, Rhino.
Yeah.
I don't know how much of a Trekkie you are, but in Star Trek Deep Space Nine, there were two of the Klingon characters who were complaining about the way that their society had, in their eyes, devolved.
Yeah.
And what you're describing, it more or less can be summed up with one of the lines that one of these two characters said to the other one. Do you remember the good old days? We fought when we were angry. We effed when we were horny. We ate when we were hungry. And to hell with anyone that got in our way.
And that is exactly what I try to tell these guys. That line is actually perfect. I'm like, do you remember before your hormones took over your entire mind, and you went out, you rode bikes, you skateboarded, you fucked around in the mall by the Rent-A-Pigs, but we'd screw around, we'd have fun, we didn't care,
You'd blow shit up.
Yeah, and maybe there was a cute girl here and there we hit on and made out with, but we didn't give a fuck. It's like, screw that. I'd rather be out having fun with the guys than over here dealing with the fucking bullshit emotional crap the girls are always into. Like, nah, I'm going to go out and ride bikes and blow shit up, allegedly.
Yeah. And something I'm going to point out, I'm in my 40s.
Yeah.
And the evolution for me into the quasi, I'm going to say scarlet because there's still a little bit of blue in me. It's dying a little more every day, but there's still a small amount there. In my teens, I didn't have anything to offer. I knew I didn't have anything to offer, so I didn't even bother.
Yeah.
In my 20s, I had a little something. I tried. I never could get any groundwork. In my 30s, I put in a lot of effort and could not even get the time of day from the type of ladies that I was attracted to.
Yeah.
Now I'm in my 40s, and I'm at the point where I'm like, you know what? I am more than happy sitting here jaw-jacking with some dude I'm probably never going to meet face to face, painting some Space Marines. And basically, if a lady comes up to me being like, yeah, okay, what do you want? Just be honest. You weren't interested in me when I would be interested in you, so what are you after?
Yeah. I bet I would wager, I'll just say that, I would wager that you are now starting to get some female attention, but you're not interested in them. Is
actually, no.
Okay.
Let me put you this way, and I'm gonna pick on Pop because he made himself an easy target with this one.
Hog Rider.
Pick on the Kingdom consumer.
Pop fours don't even give me the time of day.
No shit.
Yeah. Now, and I'm going to be blunt, I don't use the 10-point scale that a lot of guys like to use. Yeah. I use a 3-stage bracket. There's I'm not going to go anywhere near that girl because either A, she's too expensive, or B, she gets so much attention that her ego is puffed up to the size that would cause Jupiter to break orbit.
Yeah.
Then there's the widest bracket, which is the approachables. These are ones that range from, and this is completely subjective. You remember Mira Furlan back in the 90s? She started Lost. She played. She started in the TV show Lost. She played Ambassador Delenn in Babylon 5.
Yeah.
She's at the high end of what I consider to be the approachables.
Okay.
You remember Coco from Big Bang Theory, played Penny?
Yeah.
She's what I would classify as the middle end of the approachables. And then the lower end of that, again, this is subjective,
Mm-hmm.
You remember the original Pink Ranger from the Power Rangers years and years ago when we were
It goes
kids?
way back.
Oh
yeah.
my gosh.
Again, completely subjective. She's the low end.
I got you.
Obviously, that can be shifted around.
Yeah. So
then there's the ones that I won't go anywhere near unless I am completely desperate just to get a hello.
Yeah. My advice to you gentlemen that are watching this now or in the future. The future. That's a weird thought. You guys are watching this 6 years from now. Anyway, my advice is numbers game. Rollo Tomasi calls the spinning plates. I was doing this long before I even heard of Rollo Tomasi, which is why I never had a problem. And that's not me bragging or anything. I mean, I was a serial monogamous, so that's actually not a good thing to be proud of. But I played numbers games, man. I talked to 20, 30 chicks, and I just play a numbers game with them. This one would be like, no, fuck no. This one would be like, nah, you're ugly, so forth and so on. And you'd get the one or two, or maybe three if you're lucky, that you could start spinning the plates with. And then you could rule out, usually in my case, it was the least crazy, but they were all crazy. But it worked for me. If you want to date in this crazy fucked up market that we're in, that would be my advice to you. And don't fucking do dating apps. Fucking crazy. Don't spend money. The best way, honestly, and it works. And you got to be careful and monitor who and who not to do it with, because some will blast you. But if you're on social media, slide into like 20 DMs. Same line. Who gives a fuck? Hey, you're cute. You want to go out sometime? That's it. I mean, I'm serious. And a lot of them are going to say no, but the couple are going to say, yeah, I'd love to. Boom.
Think
that's
of
it.
Like being an entrepreneur. You have an email list and
it's a cold
you're
call.
trying to get some marketing. You're trying to send a potential deal out to potential customers.
Yep.
So you just send a mass email out to as many emails as you got, and you see who bites. So think of it like that. But if that's how it goes, what does that say about me, who is not asked? I don't think I've asked a girl out ever in my life.
Well,
and I've been played with by 2 or 3 girls.
Yeah.
What does that say about me?
I mean, that's the I don't give a fuck meter, and they can definitely see that. The less you care about them, the more they're interested.
Which is infuriating.
Yes, but this is what I keep trying to tell guys, and the blue pill guys. Just fuck. I can't get it through. But I want to. My life's not complete unless I have some poontang to sleep with and make me miserable the rest of my life. Stop it. Fucking stop it.
If it's that bad, just use your damn hand, you fuckbag.
No, it's not. Okay. It's not even the actual access that's the issue. It literally comes down to they feel like, if I can't share memories with somebody, my life isn't complete. Like, fuck. You could do that with anyone.
Try it in your life.
Yeah.
Okay.
Try it. What happens when you make a memory and the only one standing there is you? Do you still remember it 5 days later?
Depends
do you remember
on how drunk
it a month later? You do? Okay, then.
For the most part.
So shut the fuck up. You don't need somebody there.
Yeah,
I'm gonna point something out, and everyone comes from a different angle. I'm Christian. I was raised Christian. I'm probably gonna die Christian. Okay. Now, I say that, and a lot of people automatically assume Bible thumper, gonna try to shove my beliefs down your throat.
Yeah. No. Knock on my door at 4 p.m.
My interpretation of what the Bible teaches is for me to be there when people need me. Mm-hmm. And that's the best way, in my opinion, to spread the message from that book to people. And they're hurting, either to comfort in the way that I believe that the Lord taught me to. Don't force it down people's throat. Just be there to be a gentle ear and someone to talk to and cry with if need be. Mm. Same with the Crimson Capsule.
Yeah.
When when I've come across guys who, a perfect example, when I was assigned to my second most recent military unit, there was a guy who he was literally head over heels for this chick.
She loves me. She's different.
Oh, yeah, this guy was so far gone that everyone else could see red flags coming off of her that could power the Chinese or New Year's parade.
Yeah, and he looked like fucking Pepe Le Pew over there.
Basically, yes.
Oh my god.
Well, we came back from our 2-week event, and he finds out that she and one of his college buddies were getting it on in his dorm room because he got back a day early and walked in on him. Because I happened to live in the same city that he did. He called me up and like, okay, are you safe to drive? If not, I'll come and get you. We'll go over to to a game store in town that both he and I would hang out at.
Yeah.
We'll burn a few hours.
Yeah.
He's like, I want to be around somebody I trust, but I don't want to go anywhere major public. I'm like, okay, I've got a video I want you to watch. I had him watch Pop's 500 Miles of Mr. Right.
Oh, hell yeah.
And he was like, wait a minute, this guy used to be a first sergeant? Like, yeah. In fact, when that video was recorded, I think he technically still was a first sergeant.
Yeah.
He goes, does he have more? I'm like, yeah, just go ahead and click on the YouTube name and watch a few of his other programs.
Right.
And I just sat there and talked to the guy and talked to him about my thoughts about whatever video he had listened to, my thoughts about just relationships in general at that point in time.
I'll be back.
And
no worries.
And he, as far as I'm aware, he has not looked back when it comes to relationships. Does he still do the pay to play occasionally? Yeah.
Yeah.
But he does not actively search anymore.
Right.
He does not actively go out trying to find someone. And he kind of does the same thing that I think Pop did when he was still actively on the market, and the same thing that I currently do. He puts down ground rules for chicks now. And he straight up tells them, very much like Better Bachelor teaches, that you break these rules and you're gone.
Yep.
You're not moving in until you've proven yourself to me that you're worthy of being in my living space.
Yep. And not to waffle the rest of the evening, because we have gone far away from our topic tonight, but that is okay. This is a Red Pill channel, so that happens, guys. If you remember the Halloween episode we did, half of it was Red Pill, half of it was paranormal, so shit happens. But that's exactly it. When you are spinning plates, and you should be spinning plates if you're doing this, if you're dating at all, you can be monk if you want to. That's fine too. But if you are spinning plates, establish the ground rules up front, not in the relationship, not once she's moved in, not after you feel like you can put your foot down. Fuck that shit. Tell them before you're even dating. This is how it's going to be. If you don't like it, fuck it. Bye. Next. And more importantly, when you're spinning plates, and I don't know if all Red Pill guys would agree to this, but I will tell you, and it works, tell them you're spinning plates. Yeah, I'm dating like 3 or 4 other people. Do you know why? Because first of all, they know you're pre-selected. There's other people interested, which makes them more interested. Secondly, it's going to make them try to prove themselves to you more. Now, you got to be careful with that because some of them will manipulate you. But for the most part, if you get them in that state where they know the pressure's on and you're spinning plates, and at any time you could choose anyone or no one, they're going to act right. They're not going to fuck around and play games and string you along and pull the whole foodie call shit on you, because they know my time is valuable. And if you're not part of the game, you're out. You're done. So that's my advice. But then again, it is if you even want to date at all, which you could. I'm not going to say no. This is Red Pill community, not. Oh, my neighbor is really pissing me off right now. Anyway, this is Red Pill content. Doesn't mean you have to completely just disavow women and go live in an island somewhere. Hang on, I'm going to crank up my noise gate here. That should be better. Now I can hear the obnoxious noise, and you cannot. Anyway, MGTOW, have you noticed any activity besides Steven Crowder? I know Pop and Blake are suspicious they might get banned before the midterm stream. What are your thoughts? Have you seen any activity like that?
Okay, well, the political channels that I listen to, they haven't gotten they haven't acted like they're concerned that they're going to get yeeted. Now, there are a couple that used to be on YouTube that I will listen to from time to time that they preemptively pulled themselves from YouTube because they knew they were going to get zapped because of some of the subject matter they get into.
Right.
But a good conservative point of view channel that you could go to that he generally keeps things light. I don't agree with him on pretty much any of his analysis when it comes to Russia, is a guy named Steve Turley. He's a former professor, I think, over in Pennsylvania. He does a good breakdown of a lot of political events that are going on from an academic and a real world point of view. He also occasionally does media breakdowns. He loves talking about religious topics, though, so that might be a moderate turnoff for some of the people in the community.
Right.
Liberal Hive Mind is another channel I watch that they don't get terribly spicy from what I've seen.
Yeah.
But they do a very good job of breaking things down in a way where it's a good 10-minute sound or bite that gives you a good understanding of whatever the story is that you're looking at.
Right.
Most of the other channels I listen to are either some kind of sci-fi wargaming war channel, Red Pill, which I forgot to mention. I do listen to Hammerhand.
Yep.
I try to catch his 2-hour streams whenever I can, but 9 times out of 10 I miss them because I've noticed he's honestly really bad about notifying people, or at least he seems to be really bad on my end.
His is very random and sporadic, that's for sure. Yeah.
I've listened to some of the stuff from Tribe of Men.
Yeah, I like them.
The dude on there, I'm torn as to whether or not he is really. I'm torn as to whether or not he's really putting out good advice, or if he's just trying to keep people informed of some of the nonsense he sees going on.
So here's the thing, my opinion on him. He's definitely not one of your grifters. I don't typically name the people I don't like because I try to keep the drama off the channels. Some of these Red Pill guys get into drama. I'll just say flat out drama. Yeah. Don't do it. Won't engage in it. I've mentioned a few channels to avoid, but only because maybe this is misogynistic of me, but the female Red Pill content creators, I am very, very skeptical of. And I have called them out on a couple of episodes because, quite frankly, I see them getting the bag, making bank, and then turning around and making their content into something else. There was a I don't want to name drop here, but there's a certain Southern individual on YouTube. I'm sure that already gave it away for those of you that watch YouTube the last decade or so. She was very heavily into political stuff and then went on about Red Pill stuff for a very short period of time. And that was during her epiphany phase. She couldn't find anybody. And then suddenly she wound up finding somebody. And she went back to her regular content. But again, I caught a bit of a grift there, looking for attention and validation. I said, nope. I do like her channel, but not when she tries to do anything Red Pill. Political stuff, fine. If you know who I'm talking about, you know. If you don't, well, sorry, but I'm not going to name the name. I think I said enough.
Truth is, for me, most female channels I tend to avoid. I'll look at some of their shorts. I'll occasionally look at their stuff when they're linked by other channels. But I will admit this is misogynistic of me. I will admit this. Ladies would not give me the time of day when I was actively looking. I don't give them the time of day now when it comes to YouTube, with maybe like 3 exceptions. And all 3 of those are wargaming channels anyway, so it is what it is.
Gotcha. I will talk about the 3 briefly because we do have people in here. This one, Hooping While Standing. I love that name. Fim-splaining. She got divorced and suddenly saw the light. Now that's interesting. If you're thinking who I'm thinking of, I didn't realize there was a divorce involved. Unless you're, I don't know which channel you're referring to. I'll tell you the 3 I would be careful on. Okay. There are 3 and 3 only I will ever name drop. The rest I'll leave out of it. Real Fim Sapien, Just Pearly Things, or now it's just Pearl, and Courtney Ryan, especially Courtney Ryan. And if you are on TikTok, there's a girl that slides in her socks on the screen and talks about men's problems all the time. She went viral. I can't remember her name, but that girl is a single mother who left the father of her children. She is not a male advocate. She is a big, what was the word? Oh, there it is. Slick South said it. Chameleon. You got to watch out for them. My thoughts on those 4 individuals is they're in it for the attention, the validation, and of course the money. Okay. But that's my opinion. Okay. And at some point they're going to see my videos and be like, what the fuck is the problem with us? Like, well, you're invading the male space just like everything else. Can't have a men's only space. That's not cool. Jackal, what are you doing?
I decided to get some food and a fuck you drink.
All right. Fair enough.
Sounds like you were playing with a mortar and pestle back there.
Well, it's a spoon and a bowl, but anyways, just to throw in a little something. Oh my gosh. Some women, or I should say most of them that you're going to run across these days, they have a similar mentality as the old Japanese empire back in the 40s. Anywhere they stood, anywhere they walked, they saw it as theirs. So it's like an imperialist expansion. Wherever they go, they claim as their own. They mentally take note. Okay, I've walked in this man's house. It's mine now. I've walked into the male space. It's mine now.
That sounds right.
There's a meme.
And it takes
There's a meme.
a hell of a lot to force them out.
There's actually a meme I saw that kind of sums that up, Jackal. It was a guy and a girl that were standing in a walk-in closet. The guy was thinking, okay, I just need from this space to this space for all of my stuff and I'll be good. The girl stopped balloon and said, it's mine, all mine.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well.
And Polska, I saw in the chat there, Jack. Polska's giving you some shit there. I mean, I'm drinking and smoking on the stream, so it is what it is.
I mean, my drink isn't alcoholic, allegedly, so it's fine.
He's giving you shit. I'll pop up on the screen. Fuck it, just to troll you. Polska wanted to troll you. Well, or he's serious. I don't know. Sometimes he's serious. But anyway, we have waffled on about Red Pill quite enough. Not that I have a problem with that.
Yeah, back to elections, the internet, and big tech.
Yes, I do feel like the Red Pill stuff is always welcome. That is what this channel was founded and rebranded on. So I never have a problem with it, but I don't want to keep my audience just like, what the fuck? Like a certain Jackal episode about China.
Yeah.
That is the lost topic episode that will be remembered as the Jackal and Rhino waffling stream.
Yeah, and that was also the first stream that I think I got gas salted.
Oh yeah, that's true. So why don't
different girl? It was weird. Different girl.
Why don't we jump on into a break and we'll do the second half of the show. We'll let these guys chat about their thoughts about censorship, big tech monopolization of political platforms, and then we'll close it out. But here we go. Here is the break. If you guys need drinks, if you need to empty your squirrel bladders, whatever you got to do, you got a couple minutes. So get on it. I'll get these guys out of the room really quick, including. All right, and we are back. Frustrating. Can't wait to move on from this location. During the break, I had to go tell a certain somebody to quit putting his boombox at my door. Anyway, the shit I do to get these live streams accomplished. Anyway, there was a comment that I wanted to pop up here really quick. We have this from Pooping While Standing. I'll let you guys just read it on the screen there. I agree. And you cannot turn a whole 304 into a housewife. This girl for years did OrnPay on the internet, and then she suddenly wants to tell you advice about dating and all that. I don't buy it, not for a minute. I would avoid that channel. That's just me personally. Anyway, got rid of the noise, I think, so I can turn down my noise gate. That's why I have a soundboard. When you live in close proximity to assholes, it always creates an issue. People don't care. It might be, 8, 9, 10 at night, and this guy wants to be a fucking... Oh, you can hear him in the background. Now he's all pissed off. Anyway, shit. Welcome back, Migdal Mando and Jackal Boy. How's it going?
Okay. Rhino, I'm going to point something out. If you're getting ready to move, you have a built-in pro-revenge way to completely F with this individual right before you leave.
Do tell.
Have you ever heard of a sonic bomb?
No. But I'm interested.
Okay. In the barracks, we would occasionally have people who would get these really nice sound systems.
Yeah.
And they would get themselves nice and toasted, and they would decide to watch something like, Apocalypse Now.
Yeah, very nice.
At around 1 a.m. on Tuesday mornings. Well, a sonic bomb, in the easiest way to build it, is you take a subwoofer, I'm going to say about a 12-incher, set it as close to the dead center of a shared wall as you can, about 4 inches away. Max out its entire volume and do this with one that you don't care if it breaks.
Hang on a second,
take all...
Ugh. Okay, well, that's done.
Yeah.
You can continue the story. Just hang on. I can still hear you.
You then take some of the small, 2-inch speakers that go in for the rest of the surround system, and you put them in each corner of the wall, facing inward towards the subwoofer for the big speaker. And then if you have a fifth one, you put it right on top. And you find a movie that has the biggest explosion in your DVD collection. Set all of this to max. Set it up on a remote timer. Wait until they're going to bed and you leave. If you can do this with a phone or another remote, that's even better. Wait until they fall asleep, and you hit it. There's one drunk that I dealt with. I'm not going to say what duty station, because this was the day before the guys came to move my stuff for PCS, permanent change of station.
Yeah.
I ended up blowing an entire bookshelf off the wall using a certain scene from one of Mark Hamill's earliest movies. And it sounds like you've got a problem going on there that needs more than just a sonic bomb.
Can you still hear it in the background?
I can still hear a fight or an argument going on.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, I'm hearing it clear as day and twice as ugly.
That is fantastic.
Not as clear as my fight. That was literally up close and personal.
So this guy is just the belligerent drunk of the neighborhood. Doesn't give a fuck what anybody else has got going on in their lives, as long as he can sit there pissing everybody off.
And just take that axe that you brought on the show to him.
No.
Hey, Jackal, we want to try to avoid homicide.
Yeah, we're not going there.
Embarrassing the living shit out of somebody, completely acceptable. Making them want to hurt you, but not going there because they know they'll get their own butts kicked, acceptable. Going there and doing your version of Mary Curie or whatever the heck her name was, the 40 Wax girl. Yeah, don't do that.
Definitely not. Let's see. We have pooping while standing. Red Bill Rhino. Have you heard of Matthew Perna, January 6th protester who self-deleted himself after DOJ intimidation threats, discussing abuse of power and should wake folks up? Wow. I have not heard of him. Have you guys heard about this?
I have not.
I heard about that one only. I heard about that one only because of a guy who left YouTube that used to be a private investigator that's been paying a lot of attention to the Jan 6 thing. He was absolutely livid when he put that on his stream a while back.
Yeah, that is something I'm gonna have to look into, but that's absolute bullshit, man. Sorry, I've got the noise gate way too high right now. I'm trying to cut out background noise. All right, moving right along, and we'll probably have a shorter second half, just in case, this gets a little bit more out of control and I've got to deal with it. Hopefully I don't have to, but this guy's an idiot, so I hate it. I moved to the shittiest neighborhood I could find, and not on purpose. It looked great on paper, but once you moved in, you found out real quick, this is a really fucked up neighborhood, man. But, it's a liberal city. What can you expect? It's bullshit.
You can expect just a bunch of...
Yep. Yeah.
I am going to strongly suggest, if you know a lot of former military people, see if you can find one of them who used to be a Seaburn.
Okay.
And that if they did it, they'll know what you're talking about. And ask them how to make a homemade version of a Chemical NCO's favorite toy. If you can't find one, DM me one of these days on Gilded. I know a few tricks.
You know how to cook CS gas at your own house?
I will not say on YouTube because it will get him banned.
Yeah. We are not bringing up bannable topics on YouTube. Anyway, guys, if I get banned, you know why tonight.
But, hey, Jackal, I will tell you this much. Between medical and chemical, I know things that would get me into some deep trouble if I were to mention it openly.
I used to do stuff like that, just winging it, just throwing random chemicals together when I was 11, 12, back when I lived in the hood.
And this is where we are quickly changing subjects. All of this is allegedly. This is all allegedly. Anyway, pooping while standing. If you can post the link in the live chat, I would appreciate it. It looks like we have Crusader Nate not in the house tonight. Shocking, but we do have him here. We've got his comments here. Chicken and waffle special tonight. Yeah, it's been an interesting episode to say the least.
Oh yeah. And I still can't smell anything properly.
Yeah, and I've had to turn up my noise gate so high I can barely talk on the mic right now. So during the break, those of you that just tuned in, I told the guy, I'm doing a live show. I would appreciate if you didn't have your boombox right in front of my door. He's like, I'm sorry. Then as soon as I go in, he starts cussing and doing his old, let's just call it colorful language. So I, in the middle of the stream, muted and took myself off camera and said, hey, this stops now. And he tried to talk. I slammed the door in his face. This stops now. I think he's finally calmed down, or he's found somebody else to harass. I don't know. But he's the local drunk here. He pisses everyone off. No one likes him. He blares his music in this giant JBL that's like 4 foot tall on his back patio or his front door for everyone to hear until 11 o'clock at night. Everyone loves this guy so much. Anyway, that was the interruption that has got me derailed here. But anyway, if you guys want to carry me for a minute, what censorship have you been noticing or seeing as of late on any platforms you're on?
I've seen the banning of an unnecessary channel. Or wow, I fucked up that sentence. Wow. The unnecessary banning of a channel that doesn't even do anything political. As MXR plays, they put out a video saying that they're giving up. So Henry and Jeannie, the hosts of that channel, they just do funny stuff. And at the beginning of the channel, it was just Henry doing mods for Skyrim because he's a mod maker.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So with his girlfriend Jeannie now, all they did was just random stuff. They would blog, they would make reaction videos, just comedy stuff. All they were doing is just reaction and comedy. And I heard that recently they either got hit with a strike or somebody, I don't know, tried to throw a lawsuit at them and something involving Gordon Ramsay. And well, they said, all right, this is about the third or fourth time that this has happened to us. I think it's about time we throw up the white flag. So they did. They still have the channel, but they're not making any more videos as far as I know.
I don't blame them. By the way, we do have Crusader Nate in the house. How are you doing this evening, sir?
Mike's not on.
No, I thought
the mic's muted. There he is.
You know me. Second 17-hour day in a row. Living the dream.
Well, the good news is you tuned in the ending of this stream, so
perfect timing.
Yes, it won't be long. But
nice.
Wow, as you can hear all this shit.
Yeah.
So when I moved in here, I had some copper collector above me, and I mean that sincerely.
I know the type.
I put security cameras up. He thought I was a narc, so he went postal on me. He got kicked out after ripping my security cameras off the wall and breaking them. That was a fun one. Then after that, they moved in a drug dealer across from us. Still, nobody arrested him or did anything, so that was wonderful. We just had all the homeless people in the 5-mile radius dealing with him. Then last week, we had the homeless people try to move into our laundry room. They managed to get through the locked doors and camped out and destroyed it. So needless to say, I am living the dream.
Welcome to the Denver metro area.
Yeah, this is what Denver's like. So if you guys are considering moving to a big city that is Democrat controlled, this is the day. By the way, if you call the police for any reason, if simply just to get some peace, expect nothing. Even if there's I forgot. I came home the other day and there was a police tape up where I normally park my car. Yeah, one of the junkies got in an altercation and got stabbed. So allegedly. Anyway, that is what I come home to on a daily basis because I moved over here thinking, all right. Oh, by the way, 1450, 600 square feet, 1 bedroom. So $14.50 a month for this environment.
I would much rather just go out in the woods with an axe and build a log cabin. And I'm not a fan of just straight wooden houses. I prefer concrete and steel with steel reinforced doors, but that's expensive, but I don't care. Fuck it.
Yep. So
It's
that
not
has
like I
been
know
my
anything about
experience.
building
And
or anything.
I will flat out tell you, this is the worst place I have ever lived in my adult life, period. Hands down.
Just to verify that, how frequently do you find yourself just screaming at the top of your lungs, fuck, when you think back to the decision to move there? How frequently?
A lot.
I'll take that as a verification. That's a yes.
If you guys can still hear the shit in the background, that should answer your question pretty well.
Sounds great.
Rhino, I said,
get to know your police chief. Rule number 2, get to know every officer and every deputy in your area. When you're on a first name basis, where the people see you at the grocery store or the hardware store, you know you are in that good place.
I make friends with everybody.
That is the best thing you can do.
See,
build a
one of the
perimeter
few-
far outside of where you live.
Yep, I would agree. I'm trying to focus while I've got this shit.
I can vaguely hear it in the background.
Yeah, it's obnoxious.
I have to ask, if pooping while standing meant eat, pray, love, as in eat and pray as in bird of prey, or eat or pray as in get on your knees and do what you need to.
Yeah, or both.
That's
Crusader. We're gonna close up here pretty soon, guys. I'm
Perfect
surprised
timing.
you're still watching with all the nonsense. This is entertainment for you guys, though.
Got 11 people watching. That's good.
It's a fucking reality show.
That's a pretty decent turnout for this show.
For this show,
Hey,
yes, absolutely.
It's earlier than I expected, hence why I'm actually able to be here. I'm in the Midwest, so when you're on, I'm usually having to get ready to bed down for work the next day.
Yeah, I decided to do this an hour earlier just to catch some of you guys that couldn't be on later.
And unfortunately, I don't work for a week. Yeah.
Oh, well that's good. Maybe.
Also, Mando, quick question. In the military, was it preferable to have your sidearm mounted on your hip or on your thigh?
Okay. One, unlike Pop, I wasn't a grunt. I was in a combat support element. So typically, I never got a sidearm. I got a football bat that I had to lug around with me all the bloody time.
Oh, jeez.
And the only time I ever got access to something that even vaguely resembled a pistol was actually 6 months ago, which I managed to shoot expert with after never handling a 9mm before in my professional life.
Which tells me that bar is set rather low.
Yeah.
Yeah. Incredibly low.
Yeah.
That is odd because the first pistol I've ever shot, I think, was a 40 cal.
If, in my humble opinion, I'm not a veteran by any means. I did work for a private security contractor and a defense contractor in the past. In my humble opinion, I would position it with your arm is fully extended where you're in a resting position. If that's either A on your hip or B on your thigh, that's where I would put it, allegedly.
So you can quickly draw it. That's what I thought.
So it's always right by your hand.
Yep.
Yeah, I would suggest wherever is the best quick draw position for you. I've seen
allegedly.
Allegedly.
Well, and I'm just going by what I saw when I was in Iraq, and I saw some of the guys at a location that I shouldn't talk about on a live stream doing.
Mm-hmm.
And typically there were 2 ways that I saw them carrying their kit.
Mm-hmm.
In a functional position that they could just grab it and go at a moment's notice.
Mm-hmm.
And in a stored but easy to access type position.
Mm-hmm.
Have you watched the TV show Criminal Minds?
Yes.
You remember the way that Spencer carried his pistol when he actually got one?
The revolver back in the day?
I think it was a revolver that they showed the kid using.
Yeah, it was a 38 revolver.
I cannot remember where he put it.
He put it right, I want to say it was right below his ribs, just right on his belt, just below his rib. And he was told by a suspect on one episode that carrying his pistol like that was asking for somebody to come and take it from him.
Yeah, that was the dude that kidnapped him and put him in the cabin and had him tied into the chair, if I remember the episode correctly.
Yeah, I think that's the case.
Yikes.
But the one thing I will say is, from the guys that I interacted with that actually had that kit, they would either have them in a rapid access position, or they would have it in a position where it would not impede their other movements.
Right.
Yeah.
All right.
Allegedly, from the people I know, from what they were told, have it within 2 inches of your hand at a moment's notice. But
sounds
all right. Shifting subjects a bit again. Let me correct that noise gate. I am playing with every piece of equipment I have to try to keep the background noise out.
That's what she said.
Still not playing with any settings because I still haven't downloaded OBS.
Yeah, see, Jackal, you're cool with the background farting and craziness. Crazy neighbors screaming and cussing. I'd rather not have that on live streams, but I mean, I do have evidence on a live stream now.
I mean, I did used to live with that. I lived across the street from nothing but Section 8 housing and Section 8 apartments.
Well, here's the problem about this place. They act like it's some upper class, got to go through all the check marks and make sure you're a normal person. You don't have any problems. They have people here with pits they train to fight. They have the drug dealers. They have the belligerent drunks. They've got it all. It's
sounds like a fun time.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. It's fun.
Pay high, get low.
So, Jimmy wanted to do that in-house stream at one point. I'm like, I'm glad he didn't, because I don't want Jimmy exposed to the hood.
Exposed to the hood.
I'm just glad I live in the Midwest. I'll be honest. I live in the third most populated city in the state that I call home, and the folks in my apartment complex run the gamut of really good people that don't bother anyone else.
Yeah,
all the way to you have to debate if it's worth calling the police to deal with the situation.
Yeah, and normally I prefer dealing with stuff in a house if I can, but it's to the point where what the fuck else can you do? Because it's like either you get in a physical altercation with somebody and then you get thrown in jail. It's stupid these days, especially in Denver.
About 2 months ago, I was heading out to work, and one of my neighbors had this ginormous mutt of a dog that it was not on a leash. It goes running past me.
Yeah.
My cat is standing where it can be seen from the door. Big freaking dog sees my cat, bowls me over, going after my cat in my apartment. I pick this thing up by its neck and its hindquarters. The neighbor is yelling, "Don't hurt my dog." I throw the mutt at the guy, and if my cat has even a scratch on her, that thing is dead if I catch it ever again.
Allegedly.
I was so PO'd at that moment that I literally called the cops at the same time I was checking over my cat after I finally got her calmed down to the point where I could pick her up. There are certain things that you just don't do. And having a 90-plus pound dog in an apartment complex, not on a leash, definitely falls into the you don't do that category.
Yeah, it didn't even have to be in an apartment. It could just be part of the subdivision. Where I used to live back in the hood, I was underneath the deck of the house just picking up random garbage because people around there have a distinct propensity to just eat random junk food and then just drop the wrapper.
That's
They
nice.
just drop the trash on the ground, and of course the wind blows it around and it will find its way in our yard and it'll stay there for years. So here I am trying to clean up around my house on my property, and our neighbor next door to us, it was to our right, I believe. She had I can't even think of what breed this dog was, but it was a big dog, and I can't say what I would estimate its weight would be at, but I could say that it was probably, since I was young back then, it probably weighed as much as I did. So, and I was about, I don't know, 12, 13 years old. I'm just minding my own business under there, just picking up random shit from the dirt. And then I hear running. And because I'm looking down at the ground, I'm crouched down, and I'm just kind of like in the duck walk kind of position, squatted down, and I hear running, and here comes this dog, bites down on my shoulder, yanks me back down onto my back, tears a hole into my jacket, and then it runs off.
Fuck that.
That mutt
And
saw you as prey and should have been turned into prey.
Probably. And this thing they always kept locked up in their backyard with the thick timber privacy fence.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck that.
Yeah. They
Generally
are fortunate
speaking,
that I didn't just firebomb their house. Allegedly.
Generally speaking, I don't care what people do behind the security of their four walls. But when they have something or they do something that interferes with the safety or well-being of another person, that's when I take issue.
Yes. Mind you, I was on my side of the fence. I was on my property when this happened. So that dog crossed into my territory and tore up almost me if I wasn't wearing that jacket.
God damn. All right, let's shift gears a little bit and finish this up because this was definitely not a
not the direction you meant to go.
This went. I mean, it happens, but we went way off topic. I've got to get
Chicken
better
and
at
waffles.
this. Yeah, no, this was a Jimmy stream.
Chicken
man.
and waffles sounds good.
The only thing missing was Jimmy and lighter fluid. This
Right? Yeah.
But we were talking about censorship coming up during this week
It's
and the
coming
midterm
hard.
elections. Crusader, I want you to take the floor for a minute because you haven't had a chance to really talk about that tonight. I did play the quartering video regarding Steven Crowder's censorship today. Not today. It was like 2 days ago or something got banned. Pop and Blake are betting they get banned before they can do the live stream about the midterm elections. I've got a feeling that I'll get banned, but not because of that, just because of the content we've been talking about tonight. Susan, all of it was allegedly. Everything here is allegedly.
Theoretically.
But if I get banned, this episode is wise. So enjoy it while we're here because this would be if this does get banned, it's the second strike in 90 days. So I'd be right there with Crowder. Anyway, Crusader, I'm going to give you the floor. What are your thoughts on big tech platforms, whether it be YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, maybe not Twitter right now, but any of the big tech platforms censoring and banning people so that they can't speak about the midterm election? What are your thoughts, sir?
Oh, put me on the spot, and I've been up since 4:00 this morning.
That's what I do.
Yeah. So don't expect a coherent answer. Always be prepared. Always be anticipating someone is going to attempt to censor and or restrict your well thought out process, your opinions, your ideas, and your perspectives on things. Everybody is willing to listen to quote unquote your truth as long as your truth aligns with their truth. If it varies or differentiates away from that, that is where you're going to run into a problem. However, if you play within the gray areas and remain ambiguous with things, you can still manage to juggle the chainsaw, so to speak, and be able to play within the gray areas that they can't specifically nail you down on one side or the other.
Crusader, on a scale from 1 to 10, how is this channel doing with juggling that chainsaw effectively?
I'd keep the band-aids handy.
I like it.
Well,
Not the whole IFAC?
I'd keep the band-aids handy. I didn't say the trauma kit.
All right.
Big difference. Trauma kit, you're losing limbs and you're losing a vast amount of blood in a hurry. Yeah. Band-aids, you can work with that. Do I see Pop or the captain or anybody else getting put in, let's say, Susan timeout? Yes. However, you have to look at the bigger picture. Not many people understand the word that they use every day when they discuss apocalyptic outturns on this or that, or understanding the terminology or the linguistics that they're using on that. If you look at the foundation of the term apocalypse, it technically means an unveiling in ancient Greek.
Mm-hmm.
Really?
Yes. So if you're talking about you're going to witness an unveiling, and if you look at it that way, that you're going to see an unveiling within the next week or two, that changes the entire perspective and how people realize things.
Yeah.
So are you going to see a change within the next 30 days of this date right now? Yes. What that change will be, I can't tell you. I'm not a fortune teller.
Right.
I have no idea what the future has in store for us. There are 335 million different variables last time I looked. So you're balancing it very well, but there's always a need to keep that first aid kit and the Band-Aids handy.
Fair enough. So, I don't know. You probably are not on or near Facebook. Am I correct on that?
Do I technically have a Facebook account? Yes. Okay. Have I posted anything within the past decade? No.
So here's an example. Pop just posted today a picture of Nancy with a T-shirt. I support my rainbow husband. I changed the word for a reason.
Yeah, well, I know. I'm smart enough to know that.
I really wanted to share it, but I'm like, man, if I share it, because they are always watching mine. If I share it, that's a 30-day ban for sure. Because it's political. Now, they're going to use the excuse that, oh, well, it's hate speech. But the reality is they got busted with their pants down, allegedly. And the story is not matching up. Yeah, right. Exactly.
Well, the thing that I see with a lot of channels and a lot of people that wind up getting their accounts and their channels and things blacklisted, banned, or put in jail when they're informed that they quote unquote broke a hate speech in quotations like Dr. Evil. You committed a violation that violates quote unquote hate speech. Have they ever provided you with a TOS, or have they ever provided you with any information to support specifically what rule, what place, what subsection, what line you violated for them to actually shut you down?
That's going to be a big fuck no, co-pilot Crusader.
Well, you know why they do that, right?
Right. Legal ambiguity.
Yep. They can't. You can't sue them if they keep it vague.
Yeah. Well, Mando,
Well,
you and I have been on a few streams together.
Mhm.
You and I don't know each other personally.
Correct.
From your limited knowledge of me, would you like to get in a battle of wits with me?
Oh hell no. From the conversations, I like to consider myself a reasonably smart individual, but you can think and talk circles around me on the areas that you know very well. I'm pretty sure if I were to start talking about the stuff that I know, I would probably have you kind of in a similar discombobulated state.
Oh yeah. But when it comes to dealing with human beings and personality traits and human psychology, genetics, and neurology, and how people are going to behave, would you want to get in a battle of wits with me?
Oh, no. No.
Welcome to my world.
Yeah.
I know I don't know your world. I'm smart enough to know what I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
And if you play your cards right, and if you follow specific directions from people who know what they're talking about, what's up, Soldier Girl? Glad to have you here. If you play your cards right, you do the right things, and you have somebody like me looking out for you, directing you and guiding you where to go, I will do everything within my ability to make sure that you do not end up in Susan's little timeout corner.
Yeah, I need to start listening to you more. That's my issue. I'm like swinging for the fences. I call it Rhino in a China shop now.
Well, it fits.
Yeah.
Well,
go ahead.
One of the things I've noticed about the community that we're all part of in some way, shape, or form or level, I'm gonna go back to a comic book, not the garbage '80s cartoon, G.I. Joe. Every member of that team in the comic book had a skill set that they were the expert on.
Yes.
Correct.
You would not go to Lifeline to disarm a nuclear bomb.
No.
You would not go to Tripwire to set a broken femur.
No.
Every one of us in this community has some skill set, some ideology, some way of looking at things that complements the rest of the group.
Agreed.
We all just have to know when it's time to
Except me.
shut the heck up.
Yeah.
We all just have to know when it's time to shut the heck up, sit back and listen to the folks who know the things that we don't know.
Jackal, by the way, you have your own special skill set, flatulence being one of them. But I call myself the monkey flipping the switches over here. I press the buttons, I make sure you guys are on and have your points and get to talk. But I am just the monkey with the bright lights and the switches going on here.
Oh,
the bright lights that chew through electricity and make your electricity bill go up.
They are energy efficient, I'll have you know.
I am by no means the smartest individual out there. There are people who know far more than I do. I am just a guy with a microphone and a computer that knows a little bit about a little bit. And I'm lucky enough to be here with you guys.
And that's exactly it. And on that note, the guests we have in this channel, including the three gentlemen here, really do make this show. And there's a reason I like to do this call-in format, because you guys, even those of you just watching in the background right now in the comments section, you guys contribute a lot to this show. You make it what it is. So I want to give you credit where credit's due. Without you gentlemen and ladies, the three of you watching, this show wouldn't be what it is. So I appreciate you guys.
I'd have to say I'm just lucky to be able to be associated with what you do.
Well, I appreciate it, man. I always love having you guys on, for sure. And Jackal, sometimes it's exciting hearing what's going on in the background of your life as well.
Yeah, that's about all I can contribute at the moment.
No, to be fair, that one episode we did, I need to get you in an episode where it's just you and me again, on a topic that is your forte. Because when you were talking about avoiding the red pill rage, you knock that shit out of the park.
Yeah.
If you haven't seen that episode yet, it's Mitigating the Red Pill Rage with Jackal the Emperor. Watch that episode, because this man down in that corner over there, when he wants to, says some extremely intelligent, like, what the fuck, even over my head shit. He did a very good job in that episode. And Jackal, we need to do another one like that. That was excellent.
What I need to do is just do what Nate suggested it and read and study up more. Then maybe I could expand what I'm a little bit more knowledgeable of.
That and lock the crazy ladies out of your house.
Or just stop letting them into my house.
Yes.
Well, Jack, you and I both know you and I have spoken extensively off of live streams over the past 6 to 8 months. You are a brilliant young man. You are half of my. I'm literally old enough to be your father. I've told you this before.
I am your father.
My dad is probably 20 years older than you, and that's the funny thing.
Yeah,
we've had your age when I was born.
Right. We've had this conversation before. You and I both know that. You are the next generation of this community. You are the next generation that can learn from old men like me. You are the guy that can direct the old men like myself what information we need to pass on to your generation. And we need to have people of my generation that are 40 plus. We need to be able to be aware of what your generation 30 and under are looking for and need to learn from us. So we, the journeymen and the masters in the industry and the trade, can pass on to you what you guys need. We can't keep beating the same dead horse like most of the guys in the red pill community are doing. That
true.
is a big key that everybody seems to be missing.
And that's what I'm still trying to figure out. And quite frankly, I've been banging my head on the wall because I talked to the younger guys. Jackal, not you in particular, but the younger guys, they don't seem interested in the knowledge. They don't, like I was telling you, you talk to a blue-pilled 20-something, and he's like, I'm not complete unless I have a woman. Like, how do I convince you that you are complete as a male on your own, living your best goddamn life? It's almost fucking impossible. I don't know how to reach out. I need the tools for that.
That goes back to what I said earlier. You got to find guys when they're in a position where they can actually receive the information. There's a saying that everyone likes to throw around: knowledge is power.
Yes, it is.
There's a counter phrase or counter thing that I've coined several times that really annoys people until they actually stop and think about it. Yes, knowledge is power, but information is ammunition.
Oh God, yeah.
You can have all the knowledge in the world. You could be able to tell somebody the red pill equivalent of quantum theory and have them where they know exactly what you're talking about. If they cannot distill it down to a bullet point, and I mean a PowerPoint bullet point, not a long-range hole punch bullet point, you have not passed that information along in an effective manner, in my opinion.
Yeah.
If I could take one of Jackal's BS reports, listen to it about 2 times, and be able to condense down his key point and use that on somebody to either counter an argument they're using against me or use it to help reinforce an argument that I'm putting against what they're saying.
Right.
Nate, I've listened to a couple of your things, and while I have a hard time rephrasing it, I can assimilate the info you're putting out. It's all a matter of being able to get other guys and gals to accept the information and be able to internalize that information.
Now, what you just said, I will take the criticism. My demographics prove your point. My demographics are 35 to 55. So the guys my age and up are watching and listening. but the younger audience is not getting interested, and that is where I am struggling, because that's my goal, was to help the younger guys, and I am falling short dramatically on that.
Oh
yeah, I'm seeing that because the younger generation, they're being raised around technology, the constant mental stimulation and that of the internet, and just having their faces in their phones all the time.
Yeah.
Which I do not do, because that just gets fucking boring, and I soon want to throw the phone away from me because I get tired of it. That's why I recommended the gaming thing, because it seems like if you can get their attention and keep it for more than just again, I don't have the statistics to back it up like Nate does, but I'll give it 15 seconds. If you can grab somebody's attention and keep it for 15 seconds, you might be able to get the foot in the door.
Right.
So if you can get their attention with something that they're probably very familiar with, which is gaming, something that a lot of them like to do, while at the same time you are giving just giving a quick rundown of shit that they need to watch out for. Just, Jeffrey.
Oh, the
my
man, the
gosh.
myth, the legend is here.
The rocker man. That was funny.
That just cracked me up. There's a foot on the stream.
Yep, foot on the way
Okay.
back.
Oh, is it my foot?
Yeah, it started as foot and then it worked out way to face. But anyways,
Hey,
so
y'all
if you
quit
can...
talking about all this important stuff and start talking about something dumbass, because I'm at the top end of this guy's demographic. I'm 55, so I'm the old guy.
You should have run it back all the way to the beginning of the stream. There's going to be some dumbassery there for
There's
you, Jeff.
plenty of dumbassery.
I'll give you a quick hint. I got gas salted.
Hey,
and
Ryan,
I got in
you
a
need
fight
to
with a drunk.
play the video clip of the teaser I put out, man. Let these guys get a blast in the ass over this tune.
Let me see if
y'all got to hear this. The tune for Red Pill Rhino theme song is done.
It's done entirely.
Well, the video's not done, but the song is done. I sent it to him, but y'all can't hear it yet. You got to just hear the teaser.
I'm wondering. If
okay.
Pull it up.
How much do I got to pay you to make a theme song for me?
Nothing. You got to make content first.
Yeah.
I know, all right, but I want to make it a professional opening. I don't want to have to, use somebody else's song.
If you have Mr. Paul here providing your acoustic pleasure for your audience, I listen to music I've listened to music for probably 30 years of my life, from the moment I wake up to the moment I go to bed.
That's not me. Yeah.
That's me. Mr. Paul, you understand when I mentioned that comment earlier, I listen to Cliff Burton starting at 4:30 or 5 o'clock in the morning. Not many people know who he is.
Oh, I know who Cliff Burton is. Yes, sir.
Like I said, I would give anything to listen to you, Stevie Ray Vaughan, and Cliff Burton just jam.
Man, I cannot keep up with Stevie Ray Vaughan. Yeah, that is.
Oh no, Stevie's great. I'm gonna see if I can play this. I don't know if it'll work. It says video. You know what? I got an idea. Stand by. If you guys can waffle for a minute, I'm sure that won't be a problem.
Not this crowd. Not this crowd.
Yes, if you can waffle, I will throw up
where's Jimmy,
that video.
Where's the waffle maker when we need him?
Well, what I was going to point out, what I was going to point out earlier, in addition to being able to know when the information can actually be put out, if you know your audience, your targeted audience, it's easy to adapt to. Nate, you and I are in the Midwest.
Yes.
Are you in the northern Midwest or the southern Midwest?
I'm south of 45 degrees north. Barely.
Okay, so you're south of the Missouri-Arkansas line.
No.
Okay, so we're probably in about the same latitude then. Where I'm at, if I hear folks talking about things relating to agriculture or light industry, I can adapt my methodology for how I get the information to them to a way that they can accept. Jackal, you're in an urban environment, correct?
Yeah.
What's a way to, or what's a key that you can use to get people to stop and listen to what you're saying?
In an urban environment, it usually has something to do with sex, drugs, or shooting somebody. I'm not even joking.
Other than that, yeah, we need to find something else.
Please forgive me. I don't remember your name off the top of my head. Jeffrey Paul.
Yeah,
You're a
Jackal,
musician.
you need to be doing stand up, brother.
You're a musician. Your music gives you an automatic way to get people interested in what you have to say.
Yeah.
Because I'm pretty sure everyone here has been to movies, and when the opening theme plays, you kind of have a feeling what the movie's going to be. Because music can instill feelings of hope, anger, sadness, whatever.
Yes.
Yes.
And
I have no musical skills, and I understand that.
And
very little.
Each and every one of us, we have a way that we can bring this information to people where we are not bashing them over the head with it. We're not being rude about it. We're not doing anything disrespectful about it, but we can get it to them or to folks in a way where at first they might not realize what you're doing, but eventually it'll percolate through their brain pan, to use a popism.
It's, music is a funny thing. Have you noticed, and I bet you, Nate, you will understand this. If you came from the era I came, because I'm 55 years old. So the 80s were a big deal for me, learning and learning.
Oh, yeah.
Noticed as the music went through the years, over the past 30 years, it's gotten simpler and simpler and simpler and simpler. And it's gotten shorter and shorter and shorter. It's because people's attention spans started shortening.
Jeffrey, for the most part, I can't listen to American music anymore. If I want to listen to good music,
it's absolutely awful. Yeah.
I have to go back in time to find a decent soundtrack to listen to.
Yeah.
I even listened back to Elvis's Jailhouse Rock. I'll still listen to that.
Jeffrey, you might have heard this. Crusader, I'm going to say 50-50. Jackal, I doubt you've heard this. There is a band from, I think it's Sweden, called Nightwish.
Yep.
Oh, I know exactly.
I've heard of them.
Yeah.
I listened to 2 or 3 of their songs.
They did an outstanding redo of Phantom of the Opera about 10 years ago.
So have you heard of Within Temptation and Delane and those bands also?
I've listened to several of them.
Yeah, those guys are all running that circle with that beautiful female singer, and some of these female singers are just absolutely out of this world good. And
my intro to Nightwish was "Wish I Had an Angel."
They've gone through a couple different singers. They got I'm not sure who's singing for them now. I know that that band has made some pretty abrupt changes over the years, but the European music that's going on, those guys, if you think about it, those were where the Mozarts, the Beethovens, and all them people came from. So their music over on that side of the world is much more appealing to me because I'm a musician than this American music. All this Beyonce bullshit. I just
oh god.
Yeah, the Nicki Minaj's, the Cardi B's.
Oh god, it's just absolutely
the Drizzy Drakes.
Stupid.
I listen to talk radio because most American music just gets me so PO'd
I know it.
that I literally want to go out and start having an argument with with a brick wall. I mean, it is just god awful.
I just run outside. I literally just I take the headphones off. I practically I don't want to throw them because these are nice headphones. I'll set them down on my desk. I'll just run outside in my stocking feet. I'll just run out of my house.
Are you back, Red?
Yeah, you back?
I am almost back. I might look a little glitchy, but that's because the computer is rendering right now.
Yeah, we understand. But Jeffrey Paul.
But this will be just to interject really quick. Jeffrey, are you okay with rolling the entire song right now?
Hey man, that's your call, but just don't show them the video. I haven't sent you a video, have I? Okay, I've got a full video of it now, but it's just me playing, and I don't want you to see that because it needs edited real bad. So I thought,
the video I have is not really a video. What I did is I just used the Halloween background that we had for the live stream, so it's got the weird background static and the blood splattering. That's on the screen. I just have that in a repeat pattern so the song can play through it.
Yeah, that's up to you, man, because this is all about you and putting it together for the show. If you want to give them a, what do you call, a sneak peek of it, go for it.
Sneak peek.
Well, it might be that you guys all see and hear see just the live screen, so it won't be anything fantastic, but you'll hear his full song here, which is freaking awesome, man. I heard it. I was like, all right, I got to get it on the sound system. We can't be playing this on the phone. So I had him send it to me like 3 times before I got the right format. And then I played it on the surround sound, and it's awesome. Jeffrey,
it took about 40 hours of recording time to get it done.
Yeah, Jeffrey, if you could break down all of what went into that process before I play it.
Well, what I did was I tried, what I kept thinking of when I was recording it is charging rhinos. I mean, and I looked at clips of them getting attacked and stuff. So I tried to keep it tribal in certain places, but I knew at the same time that I wanted it to be like, you're sticking your dick up their ass too, come on, dude, you're I mean, I know it sounds funny, and I layered that song with so many tracks to get that big fat, spit on your grandma kind of sound,
Yeah.
And when I was done with it, and I'll be honest with you guys, this is what happens to me. I send it to Red Pill Rhino, and I go, man, do you like it? Because I'm always paranoid if it's going to be good enough.
Yeah.
Because one thing a lot of people don't understand about musicians, when you put that stuff out on the market or out on the internet, you can take a beating from some people, and you want the people you're doing it for to really like it. So as a musician, I can't lie, I get self-conscious about it.
That seems normal. I mean, when I throw my BS reports into an email,
reports are epic, dude.
That's literally just me. Most of the time, I don't even spend 5 minutes doing research on the topic. I just take screenshots of websites and I put it in the video, and the rest of it is just me trying and most of the time failing miserably to keep it under 3 minutes. Because Pop requested to keep
Pop's
it under 3 minutes.
Come on, man.
I try, but for me to convey all the message while still throwing in some dry humor, and because I'm not that funny, and of course the farts, and of course the farts and the butts, because we know that the butts are what get the clicks. So when I throw that stuff together,
Pringle smells, man.
The Pringles smells. Oh gosh! But that literally, it takes me about an hour just to throw that stuff together, and that's with no script. And most of the time, now I'll play the game, record my screen, stop the game, and then I'll go and separately record me just talking about the subject, because it used to be I would play while I am talking live. So
And
I'm
you
recording
guys,
everything.
as artists in your own fashion, 2 seconds. Hang on.
If he's got some Nordic war drums, I quit.
No. Here's the thing. This guy here, which some of you guys have seen on other shows show up, Blade. It's kind of hard to throw on the camera at that angle, but his face, I wanted to get it as close to the movie as possible, and I had problem after problem. This is the 6th paint job just on that face. But here's something else I want to point out. This is a customer's build. So I understand does he like it? Is it going to suck? Is he going to hate it? This is a customer's build I'm working on right now. So this is a screen accurate TIE Pilot helmet from A New Hope. So everything about it, down to the greeblies, the paint job, everything is Vader's wingman. Now, what I do is add some fancy accessories. So inside here, you're going to see there are helmet liners, there are microphones, there are cooling fans, there's neoprene, and there's foam liners in there. So it's a very Star Wars-esque feeling helmet versus just being like a Halloween costume where it's just plastic and glue on the inside. So I'm very aware of how anal you can get about are other people going to like my stuff. Yeah. I totally understand that.
Question, now that I see that, do you think you can custom design it? Well, not custom design. I'll just send you my helmet and you can add some stuff to it.
It depends on what it is, but if
remember that style helmet you saw me wearing before?
Yeah. So I can do Bluetooth headsets. I can do hearing assist. So if you have a motorcycle, I can have external speakers to where you can hear the inside and the outside at the same time. I do some pretty interesting stuff. This one has on the chest box a light kit that lights up LEDs. My personal kit has rockers. You can actually turn on and off the cooling fans, the lights, the hearing assist, all of that. So lots of features I've messed with.
Ooh.
But I totally understand is my customer going to like the finished product? Because I'm always like, fuck, I mail it off and I'm expecting this shit sucks, and usually like this shit's awesome, but you never know.
But you're still very anxious about that. You're still anticipating getting a 0 out of 5 review.
Well, hey,
absolutely.
So guys, when y'all hear this, y'all be honest with me. Be honest with what you think about it. I want y'all break it down and y'all tell me, man, that was terrible, or man, that was awesome, or dude, you suck, whatever.
All right. In the chat, you heard him. Be honest. I think it's awesome, but we'll see what you guys
my
think.
volume.
Yes, if you guys have headsets or decent audio and you can blare it, now is the time. I'm going to pop this up now. So here we go.
30. I've got it turned it up so high.
Oh, MM4356. The Steve Irwin thing actually is pretty hilarious. If I can green screen that might be something worth doing. That's pretty good. So here we go. This is Jeffrey Paul's new jam. It'll be the intro for the channel. And all credit to you, sir. You did an amazing job. Let's put this on the screen here if I can find it here. Give me a second to pull it up. Where are you now? There it is. Okay. Here we go. Let me rewind that. It didn't start at 0. Here we go.
Holy Lord. Jeffrey, you magnificent motherfucker. That was awesome. I tried to keep up with the strikes on the guitar, but I could not. My wrist could not keep up.
And I want y'all to see, this is my Schecter. This is the guitar it was done on.
Nice.
So this is I don't use this one very much, but it had the actives in it, and this is what I used. That whole song was recorded on this.
Damn. I
Jeffrey,
like the
I
drums
have
on that too. Jeez.
Jeffrey, I have no musical skill whatsoever. I can recognize when somebody does an awesome job, and you had me speechless. I'm a huge wargaming fan, specifically BattleTech and Warhammer 40,000. I could easily see you doing something up as a theme song for a Warhammer 40K movie or video game.
You know, Blake wants to do a movie, and he's been telling me he's going to get around to it one day. And I keep pushing him. Y'all all should push him to do this movie that he wants to do, because he's going to let me score the soundtrack to it. So y'all guys push him to do it, because the guy's got the ability, as we all know.
Oh yeah. Well, the captain has many abilities.
Post Kebab, that is a Fender Jazz Geddy Lee model.
Ooh.
I'll show it to you. It's the maple neck, Geddy Lee endorsed Fender Jazz.
That looks like Geddy Lee's bass.
It's because it is. That's the exact one he plays.
Yeah.
And let me tell you something. I could buy a freaking Mercedes for what it costs, but
holy.
Ooh.
Yeah. That's gorgeous. I have no musical talent, but I admire those that do. I looked at buying one of the recreation. I can't remember it. It was one of the limited production bases, the Cliff Burton bases that was produced with the 24 karat inlaid gold in it.
The Rickenbacker?
Yeah. I found one available.
That's mine right there. That's the only one I've got.
That's all you need, brother. Turn it up.
Yep. I think I've practiced a few times with it, but I need to get back into it.
Dude, enjoy it, because I have no skill like that at all. The original, the commemorative Cliff Burton Rickenbacker bass, the 24 karat gold inlaid one, I was literally a frog's hair away from buying it.
A frog's hair.
You know, Jackal, if you want to get good, you know what the secret to it is?
Constant practice?
Yeah, you can't have a life.
That's what I thought. Well, I can always replace games with practicing that until I get good enough.
Man, my dad used to tell me when I was a kid, he goes, I was like a 10, 12-year-old kid or something. Dad, I want to play guitar. I want to be like Eddie Van Halen. I want to be like Rush. I want to, this kind of thing. He's like, oh, son, he goes, you know what? I think I'll buy you some lessons. That'd be good for you, because you really need something that would really, take your interest. So I got about 5 years into it, and I was in my mid-teens, and he'd come in there, when are you going to stop this shit?
Yeah.
He goes, do your homework. And he used to use that to, well, if you don't get your homework done, I'm taking that guitar away. You see what he did? He would pull it away.
Yeah, I see now.
Yeah. And he thought, oh, it's going to be great for you to learn something. And then when I started getting the rock bands, wouldn't get a haircut, that kind of thing.
Right.
Yeah. I'm already halfway there with the hair.
Well, I've got real long hair, But my problem is, you see this up here?
Yeah.
That's a giant comb over. That's what happens to you.
A giant comb over.
Age gets all of us.
Yeah, my hair, I think, is hanging down to almost my upper lip now. Almost. And it's half bleached, so it's almost like my profile picture there. I naturally have dark hair, allegedly, but I've got some blonde golden blonde mixed in with it.
Enjoy it, because mine's turning white. And friends don't let friends get haircuts. You know that.
Oh boy. Oh, do you just get done with that?
No, that particular Blood Angel is one that I've had done for a while. That's a Horus Heresy era member of the 9th Legion. But you guys have your musical skill. That's my artistic skill.
I have nothing like that.
I would say that my artistic skill is probably closer to that, because my drawing skills or my digital art skills are jack shit. But when it comes down to painting physical objects like a cardboard tank or a clay model, that's what I can do. I can do stuff like what Rhino does or what you do. I can paint stuff like that, but starting from zero, just a blank canvas, and working to a masterpiece, that'll take my ass a good month. That's why I need to get working on the 500 lives saved picture of the Crytanic, the portrait.
The one on screen currently is one I just finished that I can't get a good light balance for because this apartment is crap when it comes to lighting. Sorry about that.
It's very dark. What Legion is that from? I can't recognize it.
Oh, it's only the 1st Legion.
Oh. Is that it's a Death Corps. Death Corps of Kriegsmen. Yeah.
Crusader, your talent is to melt minds.
I have
Jackal.
I would say your talent is really good.
The other day.
Which stream?
And the one where you had that German helmet that you were trying to.
Home, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That
helmet.
All you would need to do is get a really cruddy World War I gas mask, and you could easily cosplay a Kriegsman. You've also got the right attitude for it, from what I've heard.
Yeah.
There you go.
Don't care about dying. I'm already expecting to die by 35. Fight to the death. And it's, as long as I take out the enemy with me, it's fine. Yeah, I do have a very similar mindset now, don't I?
Now, there is a reason why I'm a fan of the 9th Legion, Blood Angels. They have some incredible anger management issues. I also have anger management issues.
Same here.
Same.
And
when you're pissing me off, yeah.
Well, the thing is, I've had people say this to my face. I can go from the nicest, most easygoing guy you've ever met to a raging a-hole faster than Pop can say gonosyphilitis.
Herpesiphagonosyphilitis.
Basically, yeah.
Yeah.
Basically, yeah.
See that? That's the pop guitar.
Oh,
the what guitar?
That's the
pop
one I
guitar.
did the pop song on.
Oh. I like that. I like the color job on the body of that one.
Oh yeah.
It matches my titty nipple. Look.
Oh my gosh, Jeffrey.
On that note, guys, we will do final thoughts for this evening. We'll start with MGTOW Mando. Let's do 2 thoughts. Any thought you want, unless you came from the bar. And the other thought about censorship on the upcoming election. Good God. These coors are hitting me now.
I'm going to hit the censorship one first.
Okay.
I expect it's going to be very similar to the last Ice Cream Social, where the night of the event, you're going to get a lot of honest reporting, a lot of honest information, And then within 24 hours, it's going to start changing. And anyone who actually paid attention and heard the real deal is going to be gaslit into oblivion. I was working nights at the time, and I was listening live to the returns on the Ice Cream Social. I knew immediately at 3 a.m. that things were not what they seemed.
Yeah.
And as far as other thoughts on that, guys in general, I'm going to restate that. People with morals, whether it's Christian or from the Christian idea of it, or just a ethical way of doing things, we need to start together, and we need to start together hard and fast, because there is going to be stuff rolling down the hill, in my opinion, that is not going to be good. It's not going to be pleasant, and we are not going to be able to stand alone.
Yeah, I absolutely agree. If we don't start coming together and working together as a community, they're going to do everything they can to tear us apart. And to add to that, that is why communities like Gilded or other platforms like Rumble are going to become very important in the future. Any other final thoughts, MGTOW Mando, before I switch to Jackal here?
Just Jeffrey Paul, awesome song. If I ever do get a YouTube channel where I'm actually doing anything on it regularly, I might with you see if you could come up with something that might be a good 30-second intro.
Hell yeah. All right, Jackal, what are your final thoughts regarding censorship and the banning of platforms during the midterm elections?
Well, first of all, it's bullshit. It's infringing on our rights to speak our minds. And as to what it's going to lead to, it's not going to end well if, as Mando said, we need to band together here and start putting a stop to this. Because if we don't, it's not going to end well for anyone in the long run at all. In no way, shape, or form is this going to end in any positive way, no matter whose perspective you're going to look at it. Because even if you look at it from the perspective of those that are behind it, you are going to be drawing the ire of a lot of people. And sure, they may not be as rich or as influential as you, but having a large number of people who may or may not be armed hate you is a quick way to get a French Revolution. Allegedly.
Allegedly.
Just
look at history.
Yep, look at history, and you will learn something every day, and you'll be able to draw a line of correlation between events of the past and events of the current and eventually the future. Just learn from your past, because there's a little saying out there, something like, those who refuse to learn their past are doomed to repeat it. Something along those lines.
Yeah.
Allegedly.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And Jackal, any other final thoughts this evening? Could be anything on your mind.
I guess I'll start looking into putting some stuff onto a fucking channel. But I want to make some music though. That is for sure.
I'll do it for you.
That is one. And I think you might have a clue into what it might be influenced by.
I am looking forward to this, because I've been telling Jackal for 3 fucking months now
or more
to start making content. So I'm eager to see what the fuck he does with his channel.
I just want to open it up with a stream. I know it's probably not gonna hit anything, but I want to open it up with a stream, and I was gonna ask Blake if I could do my first stream on my own channel being a guest on their show, because what better way to open it up with just the crazy drunk uncles and we're just shooting the shit.
That was actually my suggestion, to see if you could be on one of their shows as a guest and then use that as your opening to your channel. I think that would actually be a good idea.
Yeah,
Blake's
just
all
say,
for it.
fuck it. If we're going to open it up, why don't we make an entrance? Why don't we be like Will Smith and make an entrance, before he decided to smack somebody for no reason.
I mean, you could do that too.
Well, I mean, you heard some smacking earlier, allegedly. So
yes,
why not make an entrance?
And then we have Soldier Girl here. Red Pill or anyone know of better Bachelor 1 to start a men's retreat? I do not know. He is in first place currently, so I will have to keep track of that. But I believe last I checked, he is in the first place spot. That is like.
I think he did.
Go ahead.
I think he did a stream about that earlier today or yesterday. I didn't get a chance to watch it because I was in the middle of other things. But
okay.
I think some information got put out about that yesterday, or either today or yesterday.
Shit. Polska says he just got beat.
That's
bullshit. All right.
Beat him.
On that note, we'll move on to Crusader Nate here. Crusader, your thoughts about censorship, banning of channels and or people on social media during the midterm election this week. What are your thoughts there, sir?
So a penny for my thoughts. Am I going to get change back?
No.
I'll send you some expensive booze.
Right, you'll just charge me extra.
I can send you a Coors Banquet.
Yeah. Well, do you believe what you know you can prove? Don't worry about what censors may try to manipulate you to say. Be you. Who cares? You're you, they're them. Don't worry about it. It's going to be a short-term, short-lived complication. I wouldn't even put it in the category of a problem. Do your thing, be you, hold true to who you are. As Leonidas and the Spartans held the line, hold your line. Be you. Don't apologize for it. This too shall pass. This is a short-term bump in the road. You will get past this. But as Leonidas said, give them nothing. Don't bend.
Everything.
Right, exactly. Be you. Don't compromise with who you are as a person.
Fuck them.
Never change who you are as a person to become who you truly are on the inside, and don't apologize for it.
Yep.
This too shall pass. This is a short-term bump in the road / complication. None of us know what's going to come after this. A lot of us can guess. No one will know until the day after. So just remember that. Keep everything grounded in science and what you can prove repeatedly with testing.
Fair enough.
I'm a science guy. I have no skills, no talents beyond science. I wish I could do stuff like Jeffrey Paul could. I wish I could do stuff like Rhino does. Dude, I can't make stuff like that. I can't. My brain doesn't work that way. So those are those guys. That's what they do. They're great at it. They're being who they are. Celebrate it, enjoy it, live it. Follow their examples. I'm just a faceless, nameless dude who studies way too many facts. And as Mark Twain once said, there's lies, there's damn lies, and statistics.
Yeah, so, there it is.
Right. So be you. Do what you do. It's just another week. Get up, do your same thing tomorrow, work through it, hold true to who you are. That's all you can do, and be a better person tomorrow than you were today. That's the message I want to leave to everybody out there.
All right.
Hoo-ah? Or is this not
And-
the army here?
And I don't want to I don't want to skip over you if you had any other final thoughts, any unrelated thoughts before we head out tonight.
Rhino, you and I have talked a few times. Jackal and I have talked a few times as well. I have plenty of unrelated thoughts. However, the ability to articulate those unrelated thoughts to a coherent message to something that most people out there will understand is a skill that escapes me.
Oh, somebody else who gets it. Oh.
Yeah. All right. And on that note, we will jump over to Jeffrey Paul. Jeffrey Paul, what are your thoughts regarding the censorship and banning of certain individuals or channels during the midterm elections coming up?
They can all kiss my ass. Whoever.
I thought that's what it was going to be.
Seriously, no matter what they censor, no matter what they say, no matter what these shitheads that do up in Washington are doing, or anybody running the country, there's one thing that needs to be consistent in everybody's life, and that's just to be at peace. Just be at peace. Everything.
Hell yeah.
You know, we're only on this earth for a short time, and this is going to sound maybe funny to you, but I'm glad it's just a short time.
Yeah.
Because, the Lord said, don't love the world because it has nothing to offer you. You're going to come into it with nothing, and you're going to leave
with nothing. That's right.
So be at peace. Do your gifts. Nate, do your content. Just do it.
That's Jackal.
Nate,
That's not me. I'm not smart enough to do content.
Well, do your science, because that's what you do. That's what you do.
Nate, to be fair, you are the co-pilot here. So.
Oh, I'm sorry, Jackal. I meant to say Jackal. Jackal, do your content. That's
yes.
So I'm going down with the ship, in other words.
Jackal, do your content.
Yeah.
Nate, do your science. Ryan,
yes.
do your show. And Mondo, paint your figurines. That's what you do.
Hell yeah.
Be at peace and enjoy it, because I can tell you right now, I came into this world, like I said, with nothing. I'm leaving with nothing. And I'm probably going to leave a lot sooner than any of you fellas, because, I'm an old fart. Like I said, I'm at the top of that demographic number that he mentioned a while ago. When you said that, Ryan, I was like, oh, well, shit.
Well, 55 is the new 35, they say. So.
No, it's not.
But that was well said, though.
Look, you see that? See that big knot on my knuckle?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's arthritis. It's and it's my fretting hand, and I need that pinky.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm telling you, this, in my case, this guitar thing, this music thing, it's not forever.
Yeah.
Nothing is.
It's gonna leave me one day, or at least, when I go to be with the Lord, I'll have it there. But as far as the earth is concerned, nope, it's all going to be done. So
just think of it as that one kind of, I'm trying to think of what kind of proverb it was, but it is from the Bible as well. The world is not your home. We're just simply passing through.
We're just passing through. We are. And
God brought us in, and he's going to pull us out.
Yep. And here's the big one that all you guys need to think about. I know I'm not trying to get, all religious on you, because I'm not that way. I'm just a believer. But it says the heart is deceitfully wicked, and who can know it? Jeremiah 17.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
And that's a big one.
It's one of my favorite verses.
People say,
Jeremiah
follow
what?
your heart. No, don't follow your heart. Your heart's going to lie to you.
Oh, yeah.
Every time.
You got to do.
Ask my exes.
Gee.
Allegedly.
I tell you.
Okay. Well, then that escalated quickly.
But just
Rhino, I can introduce. Say, Rhino, I'll introduce you to some of my exes. They might kill you, but
are they in a straitjacket somewhere in Romania?
The I love myself coat. in
Yeah,
Ukraine.
the
Maybe.
I love meat coat. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Maybe.
shit.
Allegedly.
All right, Jeffrey, any unrelated thoughts you've had today?
Well, yes, be patient with people. I deal with a lot of politics in I work for City Hall, and I work in a inspection department. And when you're dealing with the elections are happening there, and these people are slinging mud at each other. So, and they're yelling at me, and I don't have anything to do with any of it. And so be patient with people, because we don't always know what's happening in their life.
Yeah.
That can upset people and be mad. And I'm having to tell myself that, because tomorrow I got to meet with the mayor of the city, and I'm going to get an ass chewing for something I didn't even do. Yeah, it's one of those kind of things. So I have to look at it like, okay, they're going through a real tough time. The elections are going on here, and these candidates. It's, if you can think of Donald Trump and Hillary Clinton election here a while when that all happened, it's exactly what's going on here. It's exactly what's going on here.
No, thank you.
No.
And I have to work in that office, and man, these people are just cutthroat. So, I'm having to go in there with a big grin on my face. Hey, it's a good day, isn't it? Yeah. So I got to be mindful of the stress that people are under, and try to not to wring their necks. When I go in tomorrow.
All right. On that note,
God be with you.
Yes.
Yes.
Exactly.
Thank you.
Prayers for Jeffrey, because he is going to need it.
Oh yeah.
Peace to you, brothers. I appreciate it.
All right, guys. In the chat, we have two options. We have my regular outro, or we replay that song, because I know some of you wanted to hear it again.
New music.
In the chat, 1 for regular outro, 2 to hear Jeffrey Paul's epic jam once again. In the chat, give your vote now, including if you're a guest on the panel right now. Except Jeffrey, you can't vote.
I won't vote. 2.
Cool. All right, we've got 2 2s, 3 2s. Polska can't read either. He said I can't, but he can't follow instructions. So there we go. Polska said 2. There we go. Originally he said song. So, but there we go. So my thoughts, and I'll take it out on the net. I can't talk. That's my problem.
Hey, and do me a favor before you go on. Tell Polska, if you hear me, Polska Bob, I will send it to you as soon as we're off here.
Hell yeah. So there you go. I'm going to not remove. If you guys want to stick around after the show for a minute and shoot the shit, you're more than welcome to. But I'm going to mute you guys right now. And I'm going to give my little outro spiel here, and then we will move on to the closing, which will be the song, because I have several 2s, except for Riggs Jr. Jackal's Fart Machine, he requested. Unfortunately, this is majority rules, and you lose, sir. But that would be fun. On that note, my feelings about censorship in the upcoming election. I do feel like a lot of the channels you're watching, including this one, are potentially going to disappear for a while. It is important that if the channels you support are on alt tech, that you follow them there. On that note, I won't speak for all the other channels, but I'll speak for my own. I am on Rumble, MGTOW.tv, Odyssey, and Twitch. You can follow me there. I highly recommend you subscribe there. For now, at least, go to MGTOW.tv and Rumble. All the videos we do here are mirrored over there, so you can see all of the content I produce here. And these guests that we have on, you can see all of them over on MGTOW and Rumble. In case we disappear here, I will be streaming on Rumble going forward. Okay. So any live shows we do, this includes the guests on the show tonight and everybody watching now and in the future, we will be over there if we get banned here. Go subscribe. It's Red Pill Rhino on Rumble. Just look it up and subscribe. That goes with everybody else. If you like Steven Crowder, The Quartering, Terrence Pop, Jeffrey Paul, Billy Von Baum, Jackal's soon-to-be channel, or anybody else you might follow them on Alt Tech, just in case. But I do suspect you will see some people banned this week, whether it's Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, whatever. You're going to see people disappeared, at least until the election cycle's over, especially the channels that you go to and trust for that information. They do not like that we are spreading the truth. And the reason is they're terrified. They know we are unstoppable. If you destroy Red Pill Rhino today, Susan, if you ban me today, there will be 10 more of me tomorrow. I promise you that. You cannot stop the truth. The truth is an idea, and you cannot kill an idea. And the truth is going viral. So just keep that in mind. Also, YouTube, you have done nothing good for our community as of late, so you can piss off. If we do get banned, I will be on Rumble. Any alternative thoughts from me? These guys actually had some solid advice. I would just say live each day to the fullest. You never know when this will be your last day. I unfortunately have the experience of losing a few people this year unexpectedly, some violently, unfortunately, that I didn't expect. One, I better not get into it, but just live to the fullest every day, because you never know when something unexpected might happen or some unjustified stuff might go down, and that's it. You're done. Or you might not just wake up. This might be your last day breathing air. So enjoy it. Do what makes you happy. I don't care what other people think. If you like making music, if you like painting stuff, if you like collecting fucking toys like a fucking juvenile, do it if it makes you happy. Don't let anybody else tell you what you can and cannot do with your life. All right? On that note, shameless self-promotion. If you haven't already, subscribe to this channel. Hit the bell notification and like this video. Every time you do, 63 liberals shit their pants violently. And that might be in a grocery store or a voting booth. So be sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell notification. If you'd like to donate to this channel and contribute so that we can get more guests on and add some more bonus features, the link right now is paypal.com. One of you wrenches, if you want to throw this in here, it's paypal.com/PayPalMe/RedPillRhino. It is in the description of this video and all videos I post up. If you'd like to buy any merch, beer koozies, thongs, yes, ladies, I thought of you, hoodies, t-shirts, hats, notebooks to keep your personal thoughts, you can get an exclusive Red Pill Rhino print of whatever you want. Jimmy rocks the beer koozies. He loves them. I will be rocking the hoodie and hat here eventually. And if you guys want to buy merch, head on over. There is a link below. Thank you guys all for watching. You make the show what it is. Without you, I couldn't be here. And I mean that 100%. You guys make the show what it is. Most of you are guests in the show, and I love having you here. So thank you so much for your support. I will catch you on Friday for a waffling report. Hopefully we'll have Jimmy Bones and some of the other guys here. I expect to see Crusader and Jackal as well, and MGTOW Mando and Jeffrey Paul, because on Friday anything goes and it can get pretty crazy. So tune in to the call-in show on Friday, and on Tuesday head on over to TerrencePopRedonkulous.com to check out the election midterm stream election. I will be on there maybe with Jericho Green and Hammerhand. It's unconfirmed at this point, but it would be Pop, Blake, Hammerhand, Red Pill Rhino, and Jericho Green. Maybe Sandman. So if you want to see an epic fucking stream next Tuesday, that is an appointment you don't want to miss. All right, guys, I will leave you on Jeffrey Paul's song once again. Thank you so much for joining tonight. Again, hit the likes on the way out, and I will catch you next time. Thank you, guys.